nice. That's right. That's right. Get it together. Get it together. Make yourself nice and comfortable. Because tonight, I'm horny. So horny for you. That is how I'm feeling right now. I'm horny. So horny for you. I am feeling so horny for you. It's nice. Horny for you. I know you need a little spice. Because I'm so horny for you. This is my horniness. Come to the club. I want to give you a little rub. I'm horny, so horny for you. Can't you feel my horniness, dude? I'm horny for you. Can't you feel my horniness, dude? Say, so horny for you. Come on now, get ready to dance. Are you feeling my sexual trance coming into your eyes? Can you feel that vibration in your thighs? It's so damn nice. So horny for you. I am just so horny for you. So damn horny for you. That's right. Now hold me tight. Grab me close up by my hips. Let me touch up on your lips with my sexual fingertips. You're horny, I'm horny. It's a night of horniness for each other. Feeling so good, horny for your mother. Everyone can come on in if they want. Give me your sexual taunt. I'm horny, so horny for you. I'm feeling so damn horny for you. I'm horny, so horny for you. I'm horny, so horny for you. Now shyster on the floor. Now shyster on the floor. Now shyster on the floor. Scheißen uns den Cruisen Floss. Uns, so horny for you.
Scheißen.
So horny for you.
So horny.
So horny for you.
Scheißen.
I'm Mike, he's Dan, and we're both fucking horny for you, man. Danny let him know one time how horny.
I am so horny for you. I am so horny for you. If you look at me once or twice, make it nice, cause I'm feeling horny down to my shoes. If you see me move, I have the move. Throw the Scheißen on the floor, get horny.
Horny, guess horny for you.
So horny.
I am so damn horny for you.
So
what?
horny.
So horny for you.
So horny.
So horny for you.
Yes. Scheißen on the floor. Yes. Scheißen on the floor.
Said yes.
Oh yes. The Scheißen on the floor. So horny.
Say yes. So horny. So horny for you. So horny for you. On the floor. So horny for you.
So horny.
So horny for you.
So horny.
So horny. So horny. So
Scheißen on the floor.
God.
Oh, what a heat maker.
That was first try.
First try, yeah.
First try.
I would say most of our songs are our first try bang bangs.
And tell everyone why that was especially special that we just did that song right now.
The reason why that one was especially special is because our mom is here. Our mom is on the couch. She has her headphones in, and she wanted to watch us do the show. And then we were like, all right, so we're making a song called So Horny for You. So you're going to have to sit through that.
I'm not as uncomfortable as I thought I would doing that song in front of my mom, but
yeah, I think we both thought that we were going to be very uncomfortable with her being here, but our mom is here, and
she loves it. She was dancing at first.
Yeah, she was dancing, and then she heard the words.
Yeah,
and then she was like, "Hey guys, what's up? What is Scheisten?" But yes, our mom is in the building. Shout out to our mom. Hey mom, what's up?
Mom came in and was like, "Can I just chill?" And I was like, "No, it's weird. Get out of here." And she's like, "Come on, just let me hang out." And I was like, "All right, fine." And Danny was like, "I mean, you can stay if you want."
Yeah.
And then I was just like, "Yeah, whatever, just fucking stay."
I mean, like, I don't mind. I don't mind that she's here. I think it's kind of. I just think it's funny. Like,
well,
I wonder what our content's gonna be like, because it's gonna be like women are cool. Women are nice.
Women are nice.
Yeah, I love women, and women are so cool.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk about vaginas a little bit less.
Yeah, and like penis stuff. But I do have something that we could start off with. Just a little something about me. I was a victim of a huge credit scam.
Recently.
Yeah, I got scammed.
Which I didn't know until you told me.
Yeah,
and I didn't know to the extent how bad it was, and then I was like, oh man, that is fucking scary.
Yeah, so what happened...
The fact that can just happen.
And the funny thing is 2 days before that, I found a gentleman's credit card on the floor outside of a McDonald's with Jared. We were coming here to film that show, and I found a guy's credit card, and I have this app. I'm not going to say the name of it because they're not a sponsor of the show, but... so I got on the app, and then I ended up going down this rabbit hole and finding who this person was. This person, from the searches that I did, super loaded. We're talking in the hundreds of millions of dollars.
From scamming people?
No. This is
the person. Oh, the credit. Yeah. Oh, that you found. Yes. Okay.
This is the gentleman's credit card that I found. And I was like, damn, dude. I was like, I know the credit limit on this thing is probably bonanza. Just crazy. Like, I could buy a small fortress and like a small exotic animal. But me, I always get very karma filled in those situations where I'm just like, oh my gosh, like if I lost my credit card and I couldn't find it, I would be like heartbroken.
Right.
And I would expect somebody, if they could, to bring it back to me. So what I did was I found this person, I called them and I was like, hey, listen, I found you. And he's like, how'd you find me? And for some reason I had this.
Hey, listen, I found you.
Yeah. And I was like, hey, listen,
this new booty.
So I was like, dude, I found you, man. And I found your credit card because I called him and he didn't answer. And then I sent him a picture of the card and I said, hey, his name. Said, you looking for this? Yeah. And he called me back immediately. He was like, how'd you find me? And for some reason, I felt like I had to lie. And I was just like, it's part of my job.
I like how he asked you that, though. Like he's been hiding from people. Like he's like fucking Snowden.
He's like, how'd you find me? And then I was like, dude, don't worry about it. And then his wife came and picked up the card from my apartment, and she brought me a nice Easter brownie, which was very nice. I would have took like $10,000. That would have been nice, but she gave me a brownie instead, and I was very appreciative of it.
God.
So I was like, look, I did all this stuff for my karma. 2 days later, my entire bank account is gone.
That and people talk about karma and stuff, but I mean, I just don't see it there. I don't see it. No. I don't get it.
No, and I was just like,
shout out to people who really do believe in karma. Like, no offense to you guys, but like, also shut up about your energy shit. It's bullshit.
Yeah. Take your chakra and shove it up your butthole.
And I'm not talking about me and things I've done. I've seen other people do. I've seen good people absolutely suffer in life, and it's so unfair.
Yeah, I would say that most good people do suffer in life because they're good people.
And they're like, but karma eventually. No, karma. Listen, if you're gonna, you should never do something expecting anything, right, from karma. But if you do something nice, right?
Yeah.
You got your brownie. You were like, you know what? Whatever. It's not 10,000. I'll deal with the brownie. Right? You did your good deed. Mm-hmm. It's not like you were expecting anything from the world. You just did it to be a good dude, which I know for a fact you did.
Yes.
And then you just get fucking shat all over in your face by life.
And the funny thing about that,
so fuck karma.
Yeah, and the funny thing about that too is like I was able through this app that I have to find like the person that stole my money. And that's dope though. Yeah, so I was able to find the person that stole my money. I just like received all of my money back, thank God. I finally just got like everything back, but I don't have like a credit card. I don't have a debit card. All I have is Apple Pay right now.
Yeah, it's a terrible feeling. You have to kind of erase everything just because one person decided to fuck you in the ass.
Yeah, and it's like I have no Hulu now. Yeah. I have no I have like no other thing because all my money, all my credit cards were on those files.
Yeah.
So is it snitching if I press charges?
No, that guy took your fucking money. That guy deserves to fucking die if you ask me.
Dude, do you know what you have to do to press charges? He deserves to die.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not dying.
No, to press charges, I have to go to my bank, get a statement, then get like it signed and like notarized, and then bring it to my local PD. I'm like, dude, this is why these people never get caught.
Yeah, no, internet fraud people, eventually they probably rob someone big and then get caught, or they do a bunch of stuff in abundance over the years and then they get caught. Because Morag used to do that. Yeah, one of my best friends, rest in peace, but he used to do internet fraud and stuff like that. And I remember the day I realized how shitty it was, what he was doing was because dad came home and was like, yeah, you know, someone took money out of my bank account, internet fraud. And I remember how crappy he felt. And I was just like, oh, this is terrible. Like, my friend's kind of a dick.
Yeah, but like Morag,
stealing money from people. But he was like, we were also going to movies for free. We were buying tickets online with people's credit cards.
I remember that.
And we were going to movies for free, and like, so I can't act like I'm innocent. You know?
No. I remember Morag could always get like any video game
ever,
and like give it to you like 3 years before it came out.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, Max Payne comes out in 3 years. He's like, I have it here.
Yeah, him, and Jimmy. Actually, you know what? I take it back. Karma's awesome because I remember we were there. Like, Jimmy had a situation, I think, where his Xbox, he had to use it for an experiment with my friend Morag, and what they would do is, back in the day, Like Jimmy, so basically Jimmy fucked up one of his things with a mod, and he gave it back to Marshalls or wherever he fucking, I don't know, not Marshalls, Walmart or somewhere.
Like
and
opening it, he messed up the thing.
I don't know, something, and he had to bring it back and wound up getting his money back, he wound up getting a new Xbox after they were modding it, and then just got he got his money back, like full refund, after they were fucking with it. So what they would do was they used to solder. They would take out the motherboard or whatever the fuck was in the actual Xbox and solder it so that they could download. You had to do something to bypass something so that you could download. You can burn CDs illegally of games and then play any game that you wanted. Your CDs. So I was just with these fucking 3 nerd friends of mine who were up till 4 a.m, like little fucking Russian Soviet spies, like just burning cables and melting wires together just to then it was all these fuck ups and they were messing shit up and it didn't work and they had to do it again and then use another Xbox, like really expensive shit to do as a kid, like in college. So
they would just keep bringing them back if they fucked them up.
Yeah, and just illegally mod them and shit, and then finally they just all figured it out. I remember all of us were just cheering because it was crazy. You could just download any game, burn it on a CD, and then play a game fucking illegally.
Yeah, because I remember he was just like, "Yo, I have it," right? And I was like, "You don't have it."
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Yeah, dude, I have it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, you don't." And then he would be like, "Yo, come over," and I went over one time and he was playing a Call of Duty that came out last month.
Yeah, we would download all these games.
He was playing Warzone in 2007. He was
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the credit card fraud game is so ill. Listen how ill it was. Listen how smart they were. They called me saying that they were Chase, right?
Yeah.
And they were like, "Hey, this is Chase Bank. We see a couple charges for Delta gift cards. This isn't you, right?" And I was like, "No, that's not me." And they were just like, "Okay, so we'll reverse them." Pretending to be my bank. They were pretending to be the bank, so as long as they reached out to me, I would think the money was going to come back, but it would never come back. So thankfully, I got all of my shit back. They tried to buy rims with my money. They tried to buy a bunch of gift cards, Airbnb gift card, and they jerked me. They got me for everything. And then people on Discord, shout out to our Patreon Discord. They're the nicest people on earth. They were just like, "Dude, this is terrible." Because I remember I was documenting the story with them. They were like, "We're gonna start a GoFundMe and take care of you and shit." But they did, they did. They took care of me. But the thing about this credit card fraud thing was when I found out how hard it was to go press charges. I was like, I'd rather go to those guys that are on YouTube with glitter bombs. Have you ever seen those?
Yeah.
Those things are fucking awesome. Dude.
Yeah, and they basically just glitter everything, right?
Yeah, so
just make everything impossible to clean up.
Yeah, so all right, so if you don't know what a glitter bomb is, it's basically these guys set up cameras in this amazing device that they build, like what you guys were doing, soldering Xboxes to make them super Xboxes. He makes these boxes that have 4 phones with cameras and GPS, and it triggers poop spray that shoots out at the person. It goes
in little fucking spurts.
Yeah. So when you open it, they leave them outside to catch people who steal packages.
Little squirts of doo-doo.
Yeah, so it goes
oh my god, that's so annoying.
Yeah, so
I'd rather just get hit with a full bomb of shit.
So yeah, that's
than little squirts.
No, they get skunk extract.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah, and it shoots out on people. So as soon as they open the thing up, it spins like 10 pounds of glitter, just goes, and then he hooks it up to keep the change, you filthy animals. It talks to them.
It says that?
Yeah. I forgot the guy's name, but it's a great YouTube channel. He catches these people all the time, and it does a thing. It'll be 10, 9, 8. So you see people running to throw it in their garbage and shit. That's the justice that I want. So if anyone has a connection with the glitter bomb guy, please reach out to me so I could set up a glitter bomb for the person that I found.
He makes these?
He makes them in his garage.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah. But
it's kind of just doing it's that's the greatest kind of justice. It's just a huge annoying prank.
Yeah.
And then it's almost really, really, really impossible to clean up.
Yeah.
Or just really annoying to clean up. If you just had shit all over your face.
But they work
from a little gun squirting at you. That's fucking so funny.
But they work with PD now, so they'll have cops catch them after. You know, it's like the Chris Hansen of like glitter bombs.
As long as it's filmed, that's awesome.
Yeah,
too.
it's filmed. It's like all over YouTube. They're like, oh man, this is Bose. Like these are expensive. And then he's just like, he has like that weird like don't like that music, like when people are like doing like creepy shit on the internet.
The little sneaky music.
Yeah, the little sneaky music, and then
I know exactly
they pull
what
it
you're
up,
talking about.
and it's like spring loaded, so like as soon as they take it off, it just spins and like splashes everybody in the face.
Oh, it's so
but yeah,
good.
dude, I know who did this, and I know where your address is, and I know where you were getting my package sent, so we're coming for you. So thanks, buddy. I'm gonna be the biggest Karen of all time with these things.
Yeah, they just find random people. It's like, it's so funny, you know, and it's you know, it's funny. Like I'm talking about my friend, but like he served his time and everything too. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
He went to jail for it and everything, and it's, you know, and it is shitty, but you never know. Like, I don't know if this person's older. Like, if you're older and doing that, you don't have a job yet, you're still just stealing money from random people online. You know what I mean? Like, we were in high school, like beginning of college. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't know.
Those are prime scam.
We didn't really know. We thought it was cool to be bad. You know what I mean? Especially online. That's like the new era of bad. The new wave is like stealing shit from people on the fucking internet.
Yeah, Morag was wild. Morag was
and he
wild.
had like a fun, it was fun to be, I mean, I wasn't really a part of it. I just watched them do their thing. But
Hood rat
it was crazy to be like, yeah, my friend can do like gangster shit. Yeah. But, you know, again, he served his time and everything too. So
I forgot that he got locked up, that he went to jail.
Yeah, I think like upstate and then somewhere else. They sent him all over the place.
I know he was in Valhalla for a little bit. Shout out Valhalla. Locking people down.
Is that what you meant to do?
Hell no. I meant to do a gunshot.
Shout out to people suffering in jail.
Shout out to people in jail.
Well, some people deserve to be in jail.
Some people deserve to be in jail.
But for the people, but that was just like laughing at the people who were wrongfully accused. Shout out to everyone wrongfully accused.
Thankfully, like my credit card saga is pretty much over. But for some reason, it takes so long for them to get your money back because they automatically assume like you're a scumbag too. So I'm just like, hey guys, if we could for sure just get my money back, that would be so awesome. And it was a good amount of money.
Yeah.
Like I felt so taken advantage of. Like I felt unsafe for like a couple of days. And then guess what happens last night?
Yeah, you get bitch smacked from like a distance.
Yeah. And then
from an unknown distance.
Yeah. And these people were trying to like scam me with fake phone numbers and shit. It was terrible. And then last night I'm in an Uber and somebody left their bag in there. And I was talking to the Uber driver and he like, you know, he didn't speak a lot of English. And I was like, do you know who left his bag here? And he was like, no. So I was just like, dude, like take my phone number down. I gave him my phone number. And they were like, hey, I was like, listen, if they call you, tell them to come get me because somebody else might get in this car and take it.
Yeah.
So they called me like an hour later and I had them come to my apartment at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I gave them their bag back.
Jared found brand new Nikes.
Yeah, he did.
Jared found shoes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a keepable thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
do you really want to go through the trouble, wake somebody up late at night, put them through hell, just come get shoes?
That's the karma, though. The karma thing is, I always feel like if you find something and if you hold it in the air at the site of where you found it and look around,
anybody,
and then nobody, then it's yours. Then it's yours.
I remember when we were younger, I don't know, we were at a baseball game, dad or mom took us to or something, and like someone dropped a big wad of cash like in a rubber band roll on the ground. And Jared was like, yo, act like you fall on it and grab it. And I was like, why am I doing it? And I was like fucking 8. And Jared's like, yeah, just like act like you fall on it and just grab it and we'll split it. And I was like, all right. And I remember like getting ready to do it, but it took me like 10 minutes because I was so scared, like I was going to get fucked up by somebody or something. And Jared's like, stop being a bitch and do it. I'm like, why is this kid not doing it? I was like, you're 7 years older than me. And like, I don't know. I remember I was getting ready.
Such a Jared thing.
No, I went by first with an untied shoe to act like I was going to pick it up with an untied shoe. Then I just couldn't do it because for some reason I'm like, why is this a trap? But I could have just fucking picked it up.
Yeah.
No one was obviously looking at it. It was on the ground.
Yeah, but at that point you think the eyes of the world are on
Yeah, I think I'm going to just be badly timed and someone's going to see me picking it up. So right when I'm about to go do it, dude, I swear to God, this fucking like I don't know, like it was it a woman? No, it was like this other like hefty like maybe it was it was a guy, a Spanish guy. I'll always remember that. Yes, it was a Spanish guy. He comes over and he grabs it and he goes whatever, and everyone goes yeah, because he was looking for his money apparently for like 3 hours.
Damn. Yes.
And he found his money right. I swear to God, as soon as I was gonna fall over and grab it.
Damn.
And I'll never forget this moment because I was like, it was the biggest pussy moment of my life.
That's funny though, because last night when I went to the people, they were waiting outside of my building. It was like 3 Spanish people. They were like, "Yay!"
Yeah, they were all cheering too.
They found it.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I felt better because we didn't take someone's. Actually, I felt better because I saw how happy this guy was to find his wife.
Yeah, and I saw how happy the woman was. She didn't speak English either. The only thing that was in there was a Dominican Republic ID. And
really?
And like a whole bunch of calling cards and shit, and cash, and she had cash money in there.
Oh my sweet God, it's Jason Bourne.
Oh my God, it's Jason Bourne.
She's got like all this like secret.
God, it's Jason Bourne.
Those were some secret agent shit.
Those were some of the best vines of all time, I think.
Yeah,
I love
those vines. Yeah,
it was like that kid like shirtless, like with the nunchucks.
Who is your favorite viner to make fun of? Oh, man. Which was your favorite vine that you did?
I just did a off the cuff episode with Clarity. Who was like an OG viner.
Yeah, and he was friends with a lot of those people.
Yeah. My favorite viner to make fun of.
Like, which vine was your favorite that you did of someone making fun of in the epic?
There's two.
Roastery?
There's two. Like Rudy Mancuso, I like to make fun of his because it was just like, he just like made every Spanish person look stupid for some reason.
Yeah, and he's like Portuguese.
Yeah, and he's like Portuguese. Like I don't even know if he's like Spanish.
He might have been mixed. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. And then he's got like an Italian last
He's
name.
like, oh my God, like, what's that?
He's like, oh my.
I was like, okay, that's
like,
not how all Spanish people sound.
Yeah,
right?
so I was just like, yo, dude, like, listen, like, I'm half Puerto Rican, and like a part of me was just like, yeah, we're all not that stupid.
No, and some of his stuff was funny, but
no. I like Rudy as a person, but like, I think Rudy one time like called me and a couple people tried to J-check me, and I'm such a
he was nicer though. He was like, yo, is everything cool? And you were like, yeah, I'm just teasing you, man. Like that's literally what your response to every viner who called you was.
Yeah, so like my thing is like I want to do parodies of people and not be mean and like be rude.
Yeah.
But like, it's just like parodies because like we all thought we were like big celebrities.
I'll never forget. I'm in fucking Gary V's office at Grape Story in his building with like Jerome Jarre. Yeah, Gary Vaynerchuk.
You've met Gary V before?
Yeah, he wanted to sign me, Nicholas McGallis. He did sign Nick and Rudy and everyone else. But he had Jerome Jarre, that French dude who used to just bother people on New York.
Yeah, and then he went to like I think he went to Africa and like did so much like
he's very like
work.
philanthropic.
Yeah,
is that the word?
Yeah, philanthropy.
Oh, by the way, people do say niche. By the way, niche and niche are a fucking word.
I thought you said something different.
No, well, people say niche, not niche. So niche. I said it wrong, but niche and niche are both.
So people will say I'm trying.
Also, I didn't just like look that up out of like being weird. Someone wrote like they are actually 2 words in the comments. So whoever wrote that, thanks.
See, I didn't think that you would be like. We're gonna get back to Gary V in a second.
Yeah, because that is cool. That is a cool story.
I have a whole bunch of questions about that. He's one of the people I love making fun of on the internet.
Yeah. I've seen you do his thing. Yeah, and he's a good sport about it too.
Yeah. He's cool.
Sorry, go ahead.
So, all right, playing on what you just said.
Yeah. Niche and niche.
Niche and niche. When we first started the show, right? Like Mike didn't really know anything about like podcasting and like how it works, and like
I had no clue.
He knows. You obviously know he uses YouTube, but like he doesn't know like how like stuff works, like algorithms, like likes and like how important
I still really don't.
But for some reason, Mike reads the comments. I'm not a big comment reader. I learned that way early when I was doing the basement yard with Joe. I knew like, stay out of the comment section. Mike went in the comment section and just started ripping people's assholes out.
Yeah, because like some dudes were like, yeah, man, like your ADD is fucking terrible. Yeah, like
offensive.
The last fucking episode you did, man, it was like crazy. Well, first off, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
If you think my ADD is bad or not. And second, here's another thing. I said this before. You guys would not last 2 fucking seconds in a fucking LoPriore family get together. It's just what we do. Also, we're from New York. We're just loud fucking people. Like, that's what we are. Our family's loud. We're loud. We always interrupt each other, and none of us get mad at each other. Now, if we're with other people, I'm sure it's probably annoying, but we're a little bit more self-conscious. It was, and believe it or not, I know the joke was like, oh, Mike's a terrible brother because he answered the door when Jared was here. But like, that's just how we talk to each other. Like, we love talking to each other. And again, I wasn't pressed over it or anything. Like, I've seen comments forever. Like, people used to call me all sorts of shit on Vine. Like, I've been seeing it forever. Especially if someone doesn't know me. I don't give a shit what the fuck you think about me.
No.
But like, you know, some of you guys, you get a little out of fucking pocket sometimes. You get a little too fucking comfortable, and you're out here, right? Oh, this fucking ADD was fucking terrible. Now, here's the thing. I'm not one to get sensitive about jokes, mental, like, disorders and stuff like that, because I have a few myself, like, growing up that I've had.
Yeah.
But I'm a good sport. Like, I don't really let it bother me or anything like that. Like, if people make jokes about, like, Tourette's or something like that, like, I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, sometimes it's just like, yo, know your fucking place. Like, it's like, dude, I'm with my brothers. You know what I mean? Like, we're all excited to be around each other. Jared was gone for 3 months, and as much as we acted like I didn't want to see him, I did. Oh, and to be fair, Jared was supposed to come to my house late night and stay with me for 2 days, and didn't. He was with his son most of the time.
Yeah.
So he was supposed to come at night, and he never fucking came at night. He's like, yo, my stomach hurts.
He said his stomach hurt?
Yeah, he didn't come over. He was supposed to hang out with me. So we didn't talk about that part.
That's very Mike of Jared. That's very Mike of Jared.
So anyway, though, it's true, it is. But
no, but I love when like you talk to trolls and just be like, yo, I couldn't even like listen to this, and then you say something, then they're like, yo, I'm just kidding, bro. Like, I love you.
No, that guy was cool. The guy in the comments was like, yo, man, I didn't even mean it like that, because you don't know people's intonation and shit sometimes when they're talking. But this other dude, Lewis, no hard feelings, bro. I'm just letting you know. It was just funny. Lewis is like, yo, Mike's ADD, absolutely unbearable this fucking episode. Bro, relax, all right? I'm a loud fuck, and I'm never going to stop, especially for you or anybody else. Yeah. And here's another thing. I don't know if Danny deleted the comment or not.
I don't delete shit.
Okay, but I wrote to Lewis immediately, and he goes, clueless on how to follow on the conversation flow. And I wrote, you're also clueless about me banging your mom behind your back. Just the dumbest diss ever. But I thought Danny deleted it, and I was like, oh, man, I like that.
No. I wouldn't delete it. I'll let you air people out in the comments.
I will air you fuckers out. I'm sure more of you will want to do stuff. Again,
now they're going to come. Now, you know what? Now, you want to know what
you guys can't. No, they can't. I don't. Like I said, if I'm going to say we're from New York and not be able to take jokes, I can take jokes.
Facts.
But I'm going to come back at you, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all.
See, for you, I think as the show grows, like, I mean, you had 1 million followers on Vine. Like, that's a big deal. You know what I mean? But, like, even back then, I feel like reading comments and stuff was, like, not as easy to read on that app.
No, I saw some bad things, bro. I still try to.
Yeah, dude.
I won't even lie. Sorry, go ahead.
No. It's my ADD is kicking in, Lewis. Why don't you write about that? No, but, like, I remember every once in a while, like, I never realized that we got big enough where that's when you know you start getting big, when people start being mean to you on the internet.
Yeah.
That's when you know.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, like, I'm like, people are just going out of their way to fuck with me now.
Right. But here's the thing. It doesn't get to me. I just think they have a right to have us answer because they support us. Especially the people who talk shit or joke around. Like,
yeah.
I just don't, and I'm not saying that you feel this way, but for me, like, I don't see myself as like a fucking A-lister celebrity. Like, I'm gonna answer people. I know, and I know you answer people too. But, like, I'm also going to answer the people who write fuckboy shit. And, like, when you write fuckboy shit, you're going to get a fuckboy response out of me.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like...
And then people will be like, oh, like, you know, you should spend more time, like, commenting back to, like, the people that say nice things. And I was like, I do more than the bad people, actually. That's why, like, the people on our Discord is, like, our Discord's awesome. Yeah. Like, we have, like, 300 people in there or whatever. And, like, everyone's mad cool with each other. Everyone, like, tells, like, crazy stories about, like, what they're going on in their life. And, like, I think it's great. But there's just some times where people just say things, and I'm like, I'm going to go look at their entire Instagram profile and sun the shit out of them. You know what I mean?
Also, we do it in good, like, if you guys are going to talk shit, then we're going to talk shit too. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, I did like one.
We're not going to like ban you from we're like, we don't want you to stop watching us or like,
no,
you know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, if you want to, then you fucking can. I mean, we're not going to, you know what I mean?
Like people are always just like, oh, just block them. But like a part of me is like, nah, I feel like they win if I block them.
They support us too. Like at the end of the day, even the people who watch us, like we're saying his name a lot, but like at the end of the day, Lewis is somebody that fucking watches us. So shout out to Lewis for watching us.
Thanks, Lewis.
But I'm gonna ream your fucking asshole, Lewis. You're gonna get it from me just the same way that you are gonna give it to us.
I agree.
With permission, of course.
With permission, always with permission. And you know, and if you open up a can of worms, you know, you got to be willing to eat them sometimes.
Right, and my mom's here too, so I'll fucking send her after you, and you don't want that, Lewis.
No,
she
no,
can
no.
fucking throw a heat-seeking fucking chancleta right at your fucking face all the way from New York.
Chanclas.
You little bitch.
These are my chanclas.
Lewis, and I always say this too, Louis Picard. I think that was his name on the fucking YouTube. So you guys, everyone just say fuck Lewis in the comments. And also another thing, I watch like Lewis be fucking like 6'8", like 360. You know what I mean? Just like a huge motherfucker. I'm always saying that. I'm like, I always talk shit to people back that support not only us, but like my stream. And this one dude, Golden Stack, who watches my streams, cool dude. Dude's huge. And I'm like, oh, at least I fucking know. You know what I mean? Because, like, you never know who's... At the same time, fuck how big you are. You know what I'm saying? I'll still stab you. But at the same time, like, I see the pictures of these people that, like, support sometimes. And you're just like... You ever see a fan? You're just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude. Like, listen, like...
swollen.
The craziest thing is, like...
That'll kill me.
Is, like... when people who are, like, more famous than you, like, fuck with your shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, we're not. By the way, we're not like Harry Styles. Like,
no,
we know we're not that popping. We just fucking love. I don't know. Just love this podcast.
Yeah, I just love podcasting. I just love like being able to like share parts of my life with people, and like people actually want to listen to it. I can't get over that people look forward to listening to me talk every week.
Yeah,
listening to us talk every week. So like the support is always crazy, but like some people just like go off sometimes, and like that it's hard for me to like not address it. Like, you know, it's like the big thing with me was like throughout Vine, like people just have no problem. They'll just call you fat on the internet. You know what I mean? And like I remember like one time I was just like, yo,
still like, fat.
Yeah, and then I was like, you know, I'm just gonna turn this into money. So I just turned my fat into green dollars.
Was that guy sunning you though, or was he being like? Here's the thing. I feel like a lot of the time people in comments. And like I think this is important. Like there's no fourth wall that needs to be broken. Like because we love everyone that supports us. Even honestly, the people that are, because there's always going to be that guy that's like, "What's up, you fucking pussy? You get any puss today?"
Yeah.
You know, there's always that fucking dude, and like we hate those dudes. But at the same time, we've been friends with so many of those guys too.
Yeah, I still am, and I'm just like, dude, you're like 35 years old.
What's up, bitch? Your mom tuck you in tonight? Where's the fucking claws, bro? You know what I mean? You're just like, God, why do you survive?
Yeah, I get the only thing I get worried about is like on social media is if they speak to like, so like people will like DM Selena,
yeah,
and be like, oh, like tell like Danny like I love him. I'm like, why are you DMing her?
Yeah,
like,
all right, I agree, because like you don't need to text like people's relatives and friends. Also, to the guy who fucking made a fake account of our dad. Hilarious, but also stop doing that. That's so fucking weird.
Wait a second. Someone made a fake
account of dad and try to use the same amount of underscores that for some reason my dad has 38 underscores in his name.
Yes.
And
he's so bad at the internet too. He never knows how to post a link. And I'm like, Dad, this is how you post a link to your book. Our dad wrote a book, so if you want to go read it.
Seasons of Sanctuary.
It's a great book.
It's actually a really good book.
And he actually has another book. Written based on his mom. So we're gonna post the link in our description or whatever.
Right. My mom's putting the gun away, by the way. After us saying that.
All good. Did we get the read right? But so I was just like, every time I try to talk to Dad about how to do it, he doesn't know how to do it. He's so bad at the internet. Yeah. So like I try to get him like help. And the other thing that he does on Facebook too, which is hilarious, is he makes those posts that are like wall updates, but like they're a big picture. And it'll be like so and so, this, but it looks like
it's got like roses on the outline.
Yeah, it's got like roses on the outline.
Facebook sucks.
Old people,
not because of my dad.
No. But old people ruined Facebook. They ruined it because they got on there and they started talking. Sorry, Mom. They started talking about like real life shit. Real life shit does not belong on the internet. Well, it just doesn't. No, remember, Facebook was you go to someone's account, you saw if they were single or not, you look at their boobies with permission, and then you say, "Hey, what's up? Let's hang out. You go to the same college as me. Let's bump. Let's bump."
When you had to have a .edu to get in, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna drop out of high school, so I'll never get in this."
Yeah, I was like, "Does WCC allow us to get on Facebook?" And then old people get on there, and then like. Everyone just shows like their true colors on Facebook. It's like, dude, like you have to go to work tomorrow. Like, stop talking about like Hunter Biden having sex with like 3 like prostitutes. Like, I don't care. Yeah. Like, why are you guys saying all these things?
Yeah. It's just.
Dad is a Facebook warrior.
Yeah, he is.
He goes so fucking hard on the internet. I'm like, Dad, you're gonna give yourself a fucking stroke. Stop going on the internet.
Well, it's not just Facebook. It's like Twitter. Twitter is younger, but Twitter even these days, man, it's making me sick.
Yeah.
I can't deal with it. I see so many fucking phony motherfuckers like, we need to like start now and change the world and do what we gotta do. I sound like Michael Jackson right now.
Everyone, blanket.
Everyone, save the world.
Oh my God.
Our mom actually assisted directed. What was it, Ma?
What'd you do? Spike Lee, right?
Assistant casting
with
for
Spike Lee. They don't really care about us.
They don't really care about us.
But there was 2 videos. There was one that was filmed in Brazil. You weren't at that one. You were the one filmed in the jail, right?
No.
Don't love me.
Even though our mom did bless us with Brazilian asses.
Yeah. We got
Puerto
Brazil,
Rican.
We got
No,
Brazilian,
Puerto Rican. Sorry, before
cakes.
everyone
Yeah,
gets mad.
No.
But
For
again,
Rudy Mancuso called
But
it.
again, I want to just reverse, go back a little bit. We're not.
Oh, wait, 1 second.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So we're staying on a thing of Mom and Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Okay. So you know that Michael Jackson documentary came out on HBO, and it was like it was hard for people to watch. You know
Very intense.
It was very intense. So my thing was,
I don't think he
who
did
the
anything.
fuck though is just being like, yeah, my son goes and stays at Michael Jackson's house on the weekends, and for some reason I was like, all right, these are all like white kids. I'm half white or whatever. So I said, let me see what my Puerto Rican mom thinks. So I was like, Mom, if Michael Jackson was like, hey, you got a son and he's cool and like Bubbles is here, can Danny come spend the weekend at my house? And Mom said that she might let me go. And she was like, yeah, like I would let you go to Michael Jackson's house because I think it was the power of his stardom that people were just like, oh my gosh, like it's Michael Jackson. Like what's going to happen at Michael Jackson's house?
But
meanwhile, this guy's got theaters and trap doors and giraffes.
But
and
the
shit.
same people who jump in front of fucking taxis in order to fucking get a case are the same people who were like, oh man, I could set this fucking weirdo up so fucking easily right now.
Yeah.
All I got to do is tell my son to do what I want him to fucking say and make up things and blah, 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 and blah, and all this other stuff. I don't think he did anything, man, to be honest.
You don't think Michael Jackson did it? I think Michael Jackson did a whole bunch of shit.
No, I don't think at all. I don't think he did anything at all. I think he was a fucking huge weirdo who enjoyed having kids stay over, and I legitimately think that he thought it was okay to like nap in bed with kids, which was super fucking weird. Yeah. But I don't think he did anything that was like super sexy. I don't think he did anything that was super sexual.
Did you watch the documentary?
Yes.
It was fucking weird.
Yeah, dude. Did you also see the people who got older and said that their parents made them say shit?
Yeah, dude, I'm 100% sure, like, as soon as one of those things get out, people are just going to be like, oh, like, yeah, like, he, like, made me sleep in a bed with him, too.
Yeah, which I totally think he did, and it was just so fucking strange.
Yeah.
But I just don't think, I don't know, I just feel like there was a lot of people who he knew, and also, like, how come he never, like, if he was that maniacally smart, yes, but if he was really that smart, though, like, why didn't he do anything to Macaulay Culkin or to, what's his name, or Frodo?
Oh, Elijah Wood?
Because he chilled with Elijah Wood hard as fuck, too.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
No pun intended, with Ramesh.
I think Michael Jackson might have just been a victim of his own circumstance, like what happened in his life and stuff. It doesn't give him an excuse to
no,
kids.
Not at all.
To say that he's didn't do anything, I can't hop in that.
I don't think he did anything super sexual. I think like the stuff where people are saying things about like buttholes and stuff, like I don't think it's true, dude.
Yeah,
because he could have just adopted his own kids and fucking did weird shit to them, and he didn't do that. And people were making him seem like he was like a super demon devil. And like then there were lies.
Video of him just walking around
where he's like,
I'll
buy this and that. Yoo-hoo.
Who was representing Michael Jackson to the point that they let him do that interview with that guy?
That guy's a piece of shit, dude.
Yeah, that
dude was like, Michael, how much was that that you just bought there? And he's just like, and then he's just like, $8 million land.
Mom,
I want this. I want two.
What's
of them.
that guy's name that Michael Jackson did the interview with?
The Indian English guy. I think he's Indian.
Like Bashar or something? Something like that.
Yeah,
and
so maybe he might not be Indian. I don't know what he was.
I'll take this
He goes, I want this one. He's like, how much is that lamp? And then the owner's just like, that's about $8 million. He's like, you just bought an $8 million lamp. And he goes, yeah, I have 2 already at home. I want this one too as well. He just keeps going. And he's like, how much is that going to run, Mr. Jackson? He goes, I'm not at liberty to say. And like some rich asshole doesn't give you know how much it's going to be.
He's like, over 5 million?
He's like, what'd you say? Like over 5 million? He's like, and then Michael just keeps going. He goes, come on, I want this one as well.
Martin
Bashir. Yeah. And again, I don't know. He probably is not in.
Mom coming through. We got our mom as the assistant.
Assistant
casting and also assistant. She's our first producer ever.
Yeah.
But mom would definitely let me sleep at Michael Jackson's house. Shout out, mom. We're getting that bag, right? But you know, I would take
I just, and again, I know people can disagree. I'm sure there are a lot of people who are like, nah, he touched them boys.
But can you separate the music from the man?
I mean,
like, can you still play? Can you still play?
No. Well, for me, no, because I'm
like, that's a great wedding song.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I will probably catch myself maybe singing an R. Kelly song, but I'm never gonna play his shit again, like at a party or like on my streamer.
Dude, have you seen?
Because that shit.
Have you seen that?
Those are adult women. And now, could they lie too? Yes, but dude,
I don't know how to hog tie people.
There were people who lied at first and said he didn't do anything, and then all this other stuff.
Yeah, but everything's there. Like, even like the stuff with like Aaliyah, like all the way up. I was like, yo, this dude's a fucking creepster.
Everything's there. There's a goddamn video of him fucking doing nasty stuff with a 15-year-old girl. Of course he did it. He's a weirdo. Once you do that, you're fucked, in my opinion. I'm sorry.
And then who let him do that interview with Gail?
Oh, where he's like, yo, killing me out here.
I don't know how to hog tie people.
That was what he says?
Yeah, he goes, I don't know. It said I hog tied her. I don't know how to hog tie people.
Who knows how to hog tie anything?
But Step in the Name of Love is an amazing song.
I mean, you know what I mean? It's really good music.
Like, The Chocolate Factory was a great album. Like, I'm talking about like wedding songs. Like, can you still play Michael Jackson at weddings? A lot of people still are.
Also, a lot of people gave R. Kelly a fucking many chances.
Yeah.
To be honest. And like at this point, I'm just tired of him just failing at all the chances that he's been given. And like he just didn't even fess up to anything. He didn't do anything. He just like took these cases down and just kept being a fucking heathen of a bastard. Like he was doing it even until now, like recently.
Yeah,
so
dude.
It's just like, and he was clearly doing it.
The surviving R. Kelly, the mom like breaks her daughter out of like R. Kelly jail. And she's like, come on, let's go.
You ever seen that movie Kiss the Girl?
Yeah.
Where you had them in like sex dungeons in like their own cellars. That's like what it was.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that movie.
And then like these poor fucking people, bro, like
he's like, I'm gonna help your career.
They signed up to, and because they want their story to be known, you know what I mean? Can't be easy being like, who wants to be popular for that?
No, yeah.
Imagine like, no, and then I saw someone actually write like, these girls probably just want to get money, they want to get rich, they want to get famous. Yeah, because I want to go outside later and be like, I was sexually molested for like 18 years. The fuck? Who wants to be fucking famous for that?
Yeah, no.
Clearly he was just a piece of shit.
Kel's is definitely in some trouble.
And he got bodied in jail too, I think.
Yeah.
Him and Cosby. No, I don't know if Cosby got bodied.
That's the biggest one. The biggest one is Bill Cosby, because I feel like a lot of people knew about Cos, and then why did I just call him Cos? Like I know him. Yeah. Cosby. The pudding. Everybody knew I feel like a lot of people knew that Bill Cosby was a weirdo.
Yeah.
But it didn't come out till later.
And ironically enough, the proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding with Bill Cosby. That's for sure. Bill Cosby's gonna die in there. I love how when old people get arrested, automatically they turn blind and like can't walk anymore. They're just like, oh yeah, like I can't like walk anymore.
That's what like Harvey Weinstein did too. He was like, I'm sick. Yeah, that's what people want.
Yeah,
idiot.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I think I'm dying. Everyone's like, all right, do it.
Imagine doing terrible shit to like women forever, and then being like, I'm sick, and people going, oh, that's gonna really stop us from wanting for you to not be.
Yeah, I think Brad Pitt.
People want you to die sick in prison. Idiot.
Brad Pitt was gonna beat up Harvey Weinstein because he like tried to do something to Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah, that was like another story.
That's our mom. That's our mom's favorite celebrity is Brad Pitt.
Yeah, not Harvey Weinstein.
Not Harvey Weinstein.
Not Harvey Weinstein.
Mom would sit down and watch like Meet Joe Black like 40 times in a day.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he does the most fucking cultural appropriating thing I've ever seen in my life. Everything's gonna be airy. He does patois in Meet Joe Black, and it is. I'm sorry, Mom. It is the most
That movie,
cringy thing I've ever seen in my life. It's
like
the
that
worst
movie a
scene in
lot,
that
though.
movie. No, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
But that part is so weird watching a blonde, blue-eyed, handsome boy, white boy, just go, everything gonna be right, Reed. There's no devil here.
There's no devil
Dude,
here.
shut up.
It's
Why'd
no
they
time
let
to
him?
go
Why do you
now.
think that was okay to do that? All right, he only got away with that because it was the 90s. Wait, Mom, what year was that movie? 2000-ish? With that girl who looks like Angelina Jolie but is not Angelina Jolie?
Yeah.
What's her name? Claire Fiona. Very pretty, though.
Producer mom.
Also, dumbest fucking ending of a movie I've ever seen. But it makes sense, but it's dumbest fucking ending where he gets hit by the fucking car.
Yeah, but I thought because he's death in that movie.
Yeah, he
right?
plays death.
How does he die?
I don't know, but I'm sure there were a lot of women who were like, you
Mom?
can touch me and end me anytime.
Yeah, she was like, I don't need to go now. He's
Mom,
like,
Mom, what movie do you think he's the most attractive in? What movie do you like him the most in?
Thelma and Louise.
No, he's too young there. Mom probably likes older, mature Pritt.
What about Fight Club Pit?
Yeah.
No, you like that movie about
Yeah.
like Tibet, like 7 days in Tibet or some shit?
What about Troy?
Oh,
Snatch? He's not Irish in that. Isn't he Scottish or something?
No, he's an Irish gypsy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know what that is. What about Troy, where he's Achilles? Yeah, he's just looking hot, super hot for it.
Talk about the genetics on that guy, though. That guy's genetics are crazy.
Were his parents attractive, though? Because sometimes ugly parents make attractive babies.
His mother doesn't look anything like him.
He's great in 12 Monkeys.
Dude, he's like 60 years old. 7 years
My mom, no joke, when she said that, looked up to the sky and almost started twirling her hair, I think.
Yeah. She's like, he's like 7 years younger.
He's like 7 years younger.
Yeah. So he
Very attractive man, though. I mean, let's be honest.
I'll be honest. The other
George
thing
Clooney, too.
but
George Clooney's getting to the ugly old age, though, I think.
Mom thinks.
Yeah.
No, here, you got to come talking to the mic because people can't hear you. All right. So,
that's what he said.
So,
That's what he said.
so
Yeah,
we
he's
this guy Scott Silveri that we know was like the executive producer of Friends and stuff. So like obviously he knew everybody, and then Jennifer Aniston, I think they were dating at the time, right? Yeah, they were married. So he came on Thanksgiving, and my mom asked if Brad Pitt is like
just as handsome,
really handsome, and then Scott replied, without sounding gay, he's like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you like Daniel Craig and Johnny Depp. You like a couple weird looking dudes. Johnny Depp's not like,
What do you mean? He's a very handsome
No,
guy.
he's a handsome guy, but like you have to be into like that weird.
Right, but he wasn't like that
Amber
growing
Heard,
up.
Amber
now
Heard got in
he's
trouble for
now
trying
he's-
to fuck his shit
Now
up.
he's old and weird, but when he was younger, weird was hot.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Like
No,
Winona Ryder, I didn't realize, like Winona Ryder, like, okay, she's more cute, but she's still very smoking, I thought, when she was younger.
And she's got a really cool set of boobs. Hey, Mom.
With her marriage.
Winona
Yeah,
Ryder.
she's a beautiful,
super
she's
cute.
a really cute individual.
What was her thing? She got caught stealing, right?
Yeah, she's
Why do
from
rich people steal?
From Saks Fifth, right?
Saks Fifth Avenue, right? Yeah, she was stealing.
Was she broke?
No, I think she was just being weird. I think people just get off. I feel like when you're so famous, you get
I
off
almost
on weird shit.
I almost kind of like her for that though, because fuck Saks Fifth Avenue.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it is weird though.
But yeah. So she was like, "I'm Winona Ryder. I could just walk out with this shit." But the other thing too was, I'm happy that her career had a resurgence though with like Stranger Things.
Yeah, because she's great on the show.
Yeah, but you could tell
also
she's
crazy.
super weird.
Yeah, she's
nuts.
a little wackadoody.
Yeah. She's nuts.
Which is fine. She could be wackadoody, but she's really good at it.
What? She was born in a commune.
Yeah. Yeah, the acid guy. Tune in and drop out.
Oh, Timothy Leary.
Yeah,
was
so
who?
her godfather.
There's something weird going on
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Did you see her at the Emmys when they were like reading the awards? She was like,
Didn't like Drew Barrymore? Drew Barrymore fucking did coke when she was like 10.
yeah. But her father, John Barrymore, handsome dude. He was a handsome old man. But like apparently, like she started getting drunk when she was like 9.
Yeah, no, they started because she was just around the environment when she was younger.
I had a crush on her too. She was cute. I like Drew Barrymore.
She's very cute and she's very
real
authentic.
Oh, Jared loved her.
She's like authentic and she's got a great personality. You know, she seemed.
Adam Sandler like saved.
Yeah, come on the show.
Yeah,
come on the show, Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore, come on the show. Adam Sandler like revived her career too.
Right.
They did like a couple movies together, like The Wedding Singer and stuff.
Yeah. By the way, before
I don't know how Adam Sandler's so famous.
Before anyone goes, why don't you just bring your mom on the show? My mom said no. She's just chilling on the couch.
Yeah,
we'll bring her on one day.
Yeah, we'll bring her on one day.
But we're still
she's a producer today. She's fact checking everything. Yeah, but I just think the lifestyle of a celebrity, it causes you to. You got to think about it. Normal stuff that you do, like dudes and females or whoever's super famous, I think a lot of them get into these circles where everyone's super fucking weird. Yeah. So then they're just like, yeah, like this dude has parties, but since he's like the producer, his parties have like sex shows at him because the dude's a weirdo.
Yeah, I also think when you become famous, there's like this new sense of power where you can just do all sorts of weird hedonistic shit.
Yes.
And if you're a sexual horny bastard to begin with, then you're like, man, you know, I'm rich. I could do some weird shit at a party.
Yeah.
Like,
look at Tiger Woods.
You know what I mean? Like, let's fucking throw. Just think of someone throwing like an 8-ball and like hitting it with a bat at a party and powder goes everywhere and everyone just sniffs it off the floor.
That is happening.
That's a party thing.
They said that, what's his face?
Someone's probably going to do that.
They said Freddie Mercury would have parties where he would put trays of cocaine on little people's heads.
Yeah, to walk
and have
around.
Them walk around, and they just do lines off a little man's head.
Yeah, like Brian May said that there were things that they didn't want to put in the Queen movie that would have made them all look terrible.
See, that's what I hate about like movies like that. If you're gonna do that, you need to show the shitty side of people.
Well,
I think
Sacha Baron Cohen wanted to do that, and they had creative differences with the band, and they were like, we don't want to do all that though. And Sacha Baron Cohen was like, well, if we're not going to keep it real, I don't want to do the film. So he left.
I agree with that. Right. But like, I just feel like a lot of these guys are like, you got to think about it.
What's his name did great though as Freddie Mercury though.
Oh, Rami Malek.
Yeah, Rami Malek
crushed it. He crushed it. And the guy that did Elton John was great too.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never saw that movie.
Yeah.
Rocket Boy.
Rocket, sir.
Rocket Skank.
Yeah. You want to? He is a sassy gay man, Elton John. You ever see his like beef that he has with like Madonna and shit?
No.
He like hates Madonna.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah. Like they're like very catty.
But loves Eminem, who at the time was, I mean, in a lot of songs, pretty goddamn homophobic sounding.
Yes.
And a lot of shit.
But he got a big gay cosign when Elton John did the
Dude,
Grammys.
and I think
He's gone cold to wondering why. Got out of bed now.
And here's another thing too. Elton John even said too, he was like, dude, it's just he's doing music. Like, I'm not gonna I'll give somebody a chance before. It's not like he came to me. I'll give somebody a chance before, you know what I mean? It wasn't like to be a star. It was like they're like friends still to this day. It wasn't like some gimmick shit.
I just feel like it's so weird. Like we're old enough now to be like, dude, like stuff was different back when we were kids.
Of course it is. And I tell people on my stream all the time, like we were all younger. Saying words was just way different. I mean, I won't go out of my way to be the same little prick I was when I was younger. But at the same time, you know, everything is just different now. You get older and you fucking move on from shit. I mean, listen, there was a lot of music that we were repeating back in the day. And listen, a lot of our heroes too still have older songs that we listen to and they drop a lot of words. And like, do we say the word with vengeance when we hear it? No, a lot of time I'll be like, oh my God, that's a pretty intense fucking word. Yeah. But at the same time, like, you know, it's not asking me to erase anything. It's just saying like, okay, there's one word I'm not going to use. I have no problem fucking cutting it out. It's not a big deal. It's not taking away from like, I hate people who are like, we take away like my manhood. Like, no, like what the fuck? There are people who just are clearly offended by things that have really bad history to them. There are people who've been killed over what they are or whatever it is. So that's the part where I'm like, okay, I understand that. You know what I mean? Like, now there are some things I think where people I'll say it, you know, even cancel culture in some sense is like, it's a little too fucking far and it's a little too fucking, you're expecting way too much out of a celebrity sometimes who really, when you can blatantly tell that they didn't mean something a certain way, or they literally said something that doesn't deserve any sort of cancellation at all whatsoever.
Yeah. And with that too, it's like
annoying.
Like I was watching like a Ben Affleck interview from like 10 years ago where he's fucking wasted. And like there's
the girl.
He's like, you'd be better if you did this with your shirt off.
Very awkward.
I'm like, dude,
very awkward.
For sure, get yourself to rehab.
Yeah. Also, weird fucking guy for doing.
Ben Affleck's a weird dude.
Listen, I've been hammered in front of multiple thousands of women in my time accumulated, and
weird flex, but okay.
And I don't think ever once in my life I'd be like, maybe you should just take that off. You know what I mean? I'm talking about. Listen,
that's why I'm saying that Hollywood culture turns a lot of people into animals.
That's that power that you get where you can do it. And like, I'm not trying to sit here and be like I'm a better guy. I jerk off to porn all the time.
Yeah, Mom.
I stare at tits, right, Mom? Mom knows.
Yeah, we watch porn, Mom.
We do. And
sometimes,
and
not all the time.
And here's the thing.
And stop texting me during it too.
That does happen. It does. You'll be like watching porn all of a sudden. You'll be like, "Hi, son, how's day going?"
I'm just like,
oh my god! Now I gotta wait 20 minutes for this to be, you know,
she's
not,
like,
not as tainted. No pun intended.
Are you coming over for dinner later? Be like, yeah, I'm coming. I'll be in 2 seconds.
Anyway,
that's a great point that you did bring up.
Some people are just assholes, and listen, I just think it makes you an asshole if you automatically just think that you're
assume that you're better than people.
You have this power over them where you can just do that. And again, if he was drunk or not, doesn't matter. It's a shitty excuse.
Yeah,
I've been
you're promoting a movie too at the same time, and there's a camera.
Yes,
imagine what they do when the camera's off.
Yeah, and obviously he apologized later on, but he got caught.
Yeah, he got caught. Yeah, people always apologize.
Just if you do weird shit, just come out now. Just do it on your own.
Yeah.
That's maybe your last saving grace.
These are facts. That's a great fact.
To save yourself.
Absolutely. That's a great fact. And then we're going to go ahead and get into the ads. All right?
Do it, yeah.
All right. So our first ad of the day is our friends over at Blue Chew. Mom, you're going to be interested in this ad. All right, here we go. This episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Guys, it's been a hell of a year. Personally, I felt like I've aged over 12 years over the last 12 months. And if you're like me, you're feeling your age more than you used to. You know what I mean? Just with, COVID and everyone being inside, you're not feeling your best. It's kind of hard to live your best life in these conditions. But, some people are feeling that way in the bedroom, and it's time to snap out of it. Spring is here, and it's time to get sprung with Blue Chew, all right? Dad, listen up, all right? Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. Blue Chew's tablets help men achieve harder, stronger erections to combat all forms of ED. ED stands for erectile dysfunction, for you guys that don't know. Blue Chew is an online prescription service, so no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward convos, no waiting in line at the pharmacy, and it ships right to your door in a discreet package, all right? A discreet package, so nobody knows that, that you're having a little trouble in the bedroom. Okay, so the process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. The best part, it's all done online, baby. It's all done online, okay? Blue Chew's licensed medical providers work with you to find the right ingredient and strength for your prescription. Don't like swallowing pills? No problem, okay? Blue Chew's sildenafil and tadalafil, okay, tablets are chewable. Yes, that's right. They're chewable. Don't have to swallow them. Blue Chew's tablets are made in the U.S. of A, and they prepare and ship direct, so it's cheaper than a pharmacy. Pharmacy is where they get you sometimes with a lot of fees and stuff. So Blue Chew takes care of that for you. So if you could benefit from extra confidence in the bedroom, visit BlueChew.com, okay, for more details and important safety information. And for our listeners, you can try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code LOPS. That's LOPS. At checkout, and all you do is pay $5 for shipping. That's it, okay? That's BlueChew.com, promo code LOPS, LOPS, to receive your first month free. And we want to thank Blue Chew for helping out our show and being a sponsor. And, hopefully Blue Chew can help you guys out too, all right? Our next ad and sponsor of the show is Lucy, okay? Lucy is a nicotine company founded by Caltech scientists and former smokers looking for a better and cleaner nicotine alternative. Finally, tobacco alternatives that don't suck, okay? Researched and developed for over 3 years and made for the people, not patients, Lucy has created a nicotine gum with 4 milligrams of nicotine that comes in 3 flavors: wintergreen, cinnamon, and pomegranate. Lucy also has a lozenge. I always say that word wrong. A lozenge with 4 milligrams of nicotine and cherry ice flavor. Ooh, tasty. Each and every flavor actually tastes great, and it's convenient and discreet. Products can be enjoyed anywhere, on flights, at work, on the go, or even in the gym. Okay. Listen, man, a lot of people had a hard time, smoking and using, vapes for nicotine, stuff that's just not necessarily safe for you. Okay. Lucy is a safer alternative, for people looking, for a cleaner nicotine, option here. It's 2021, so you got to get rid of those cigarettes, get rid of that vape, throw out your dip, and get some Lucy nicotine gum or lozenges, okay? Listen, you got to try and take care of your health here. A lot of people's health went in the toilet in 2020. 2021, it's here. Let's try and, the second half of the year, let's clean this up, okay? This is the real deal. A subscription to Lucy comes directly to your door each month. It's so simple, and you don't have to leave your house because Lucy has the delivering down pat for your boys, okay? So listen, everybody listening. Is everybody listening? Good. All right. So the LoPriore podcast listeners, you go to lucy.com. That's LUCY.com and use promo code LOPS to get 20% off all of your products or on your first order, including gum or lozenges. That's lucy.co. It's not .com. I'm sorry. It's lucy.co. Lucy.co. And use promo code LOPS, LOPS, at checkout. That's Lucy, LUCY.co, and use promo code LOPS, okay? And you will go ahead and get yourself 20% off all of their products on your first order, including gum and lozenges, okay? So go ahead and check out lucy.co with the promo code LOPS, LOPS, and go ahead and get yourself, some nice and better and cleaner nicotine alternatives, all right? Everybody needs an alternative sometimes, and Lucy's got that down pat for you. So go check them out, lucy.co. Use promo code LOPS, all right? And our next, this is one of my favorite sponsors, is Manscaped, okay? 2021 Lawnmower 3.0, the perfect package, okay? Listen, support for LOPS and sponsors by Manscaped is something, we're both men, we're both hairy dudes. I'm hairier than he is, and, I need it a little bit more. But listen, when you get around that, precision area of those family jewels, you want to make sure that they're taken care of, okay? So listen, Manscaped has hooked us up with a very nice deal here, okay? We're going to do 20% off at manscaped.com, okay? But let me tell you, before you go to manscaped.com, what you're actually going to get, all right? So Manscaped hooked me up with a bunch of tools and formulations for the Perfect Package 3.0 kit, okay? Listen, I've had opportunities and to work with different types of razors and other types of things. All didn't work the best. I did not like the way they felt, and I actually ended up nicking my sack a couple times, okay? This is what I want you to know. Manscaped 3.0 lawnmower has been nothing but fantastic for me. It's been one of the greatest things that I've added to my bathroom regimen, okay? And it's been so lovely. I get to keep a clean bush down there. I get to get very clean. What's up, Mom? I get to stay super clean down there because my balls and my penis look fantastic because of Manscaped, okay? All right, here we go. Listen, the Lawnmower 3.0 comes inside their brand new Perfect Package 3.0, which comes with everything you need to keep trimmed, cut-free, and smelling nice down there, okay? The Manscaped 3.0 package also includes the crop preserver, an anti-chafing ball deodorant, and moisturizer. You already put deodorant on your armpits. Why are you not putting it on the smelliest part of your body? And yes, your balls stink. That's what they do. They stink, okay? And speaking of sweaty and stinky balls, I am thankful for their Crop Reviver. This product, along with the Crop Preserver, keeps your balls from sweating, smelling, stinking, everything. It's the best. All right. Manscaped threw in 2 free gifts into their Perfect Package, a pair of high-performance Manscaped boxer briefs. I love them, by the way. I'm wearing them right now. That'll keep your junk feeling fresh all day, and a travel shed bag to store all of your goodies in, okay? So trim that junk of yours and do it with Manscaped. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code LOPS20 at manscaped.com. Okay, so head over to manscaped.com. Use the promo code LOPS, LOPS20 at manscaped.com. And listen, your balls will thank you. Okay, again, that's manscaped.com. Use the promo code LOPS20. Get that 20% off and that free shipping. And your balls are going to be like, hey, thank you so freaking much for cleaning up my sack and my penis.
20% off and 100% cleaner sack.
Nice. Yes. But yes, I want to go back to that Gary V story. Was he like as like Gary V as he is now when you spoke to him?
Yeah, I don't know. He like walked in with like wearing Converse and was like acting mad cool, like his big ass head, and like just like sat down in the window. He was a chill guy. He's definitely cool. His whole thing is like, you guys are a brand new wave and I see it and we should work together. And
Morty
just kept talking about how he met Obama once, and there's a picture of him shaking Obama's hand in his office, and I was just like, that's pretty dope, actually. It's pretty cool. But like, I think there was something
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I also just like didn't give a shit. I think his dad did something with a wine business, and he used to work in making his own red wine and stuff. And he's an entrepreneur, and a lot of what he does, I mean, I get why people like him. I mean, I like Gary too. He's a chill dude. He keeps it real. He does keep it real, but a lot of it is like this preachy bullshit that I just like don't really fuck with.
Yeah, I just think it's like when he does like those videos where it's like, listen, man, it's like you want to be a loser like your whole life, that's fine. But there's other ways that you could be a loser. Because you're doing hard work doesn't mean you're a loser. You have to understand that the work is the best part. It's not what you get out of it. I'm like, dude, I know this already.
Yeah, I mean, but there are some people, I guess, that need coaching, and there are people whose lives he has changed, and then there are people who want to work with him clearly.
Yeah, I mean,
and he's a little intense, but
he has like a social media footprint and everything. But he'd just be like, "Hey, listen, man, like your mom doesn't support you. Like, forget about her. Like,
punch your mom in the fucking face. Yeah. Go out there and make some fucking money. Start an app or like whatever the fuck.
You know what your mom's gonna love you if you make money. Grab your mom and throw her down the stairs. I'm just like, dude, all right, like I get it. Like my mom sucks. Like,
also, I think a lot of what he's saying he needs to be a little fucking careful with. But he is right though. I mean. But at the same time, I don't know what's his relationship with his parents. I mean, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't
know. So at this, you really want to get to know somebody and see beyond their fucking whole, like tour routine or whatever it is that he does, his fucking whole speech. But
who's that dude with the big head and the big ass teeth? Something Robbins.
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
He was like the first one of those guys.
Yeah, he also abused his wife or girlfriend. So there's that too.
Yeah, so he could teach you that too. I think all like I don't knock like these gurus, but like
no, but I feel like percentage of them are full of shit.
Yeah, I think they're full of shit and they're kind of feeding on the bottom.
But I think
the bottom of the barrel, being like, yeah, like let me get these people like motivated and shit.
I think Gary is the realest out of most of them. But again, I just
agree.
like I don't really need this guy's advice. It's not for me. But at the same time. I get why people like him and he's chill. When we met him, he was very chill. He kept it real with us. But he had Jerome. They were working together because him and Jerome had all these ideas, and Jerome was like a really, trying to be like a Bill Gates one day, or like he was trying to be like Gary Vee. He knew of Gary. And Gary is a fucking, he's a motivating dude. He motivates a lot of people to get their shit going, and that I'm not, going to take from him.
No, I'm not.
But he also had Jerome write up the contract, and it was the fucking worst contract that I've ever gotten in my life with any sort of person ever. And Gary didn't really have a lot of part in the contract, though. He let Jerome do it, and I think that's where he fucked up. Because even Gary was like, I didn't really even know what was in the contract. I'm going to be real. And I'm like, well, that's not very professional then, if you don't know what's in the fucking contract. So I just didn't work with Grape Story after that because...
It's like, is your dad sick?
They also
I want to take your dad and throw him down a fucking well.
What Grape Story was is they were the middleman. Like, they got the talent, the work, but they also they were the middleman, so they got money out of it. He got money out of it, but they also made them wait forever because companies took forever to pay the clients that they worked with. So one time... what's that 3-layer fucking gum? Trident. some shit. Excuse me. That they Trident did something with Rudy, and they made him wait like 2 months to get his fucking money.
Yeah,
something ridiculous. And if you're working for a company, you want them to get you paid.
Yes, that's the one thing.
Everyone left Gary at that point. I think he dips his dick in a lot of opportunities and then just bounces from it because he's an entrepreneur. That's what a lot of entrepreneurs do.
That's why I love our ad company, Alex, over at Paragon Collective.
Yeah,
love that guy. Shout out Alex. And Alex Klein, too.
I don't know them, but I'll take your word because my brother's word is as good as a diamond. So... It is a diamond's word. I don't know what that means, but it sounded fresh.
And diamonds are cool. I'll take it. But like the other thing.
Danny Diamonds.
Danny Diamonds, baby.
Danny's porn name.
Danny's porn name. Call me Danny Diamond. No, my porn name would be David Main.
Oh, yeah.
And yours would be.
Mine would be Ronnie Main.
Ronnie Jordan Main.
Or Ronnie. Oh, God, I'm not going to say what it is now.
Jordan Ronnie.
Yeah. Ronnie Main.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No.
That's not good at all.
David Main's
not because of the Ronnie part.
I like David Main.
David Main's good.
Yeah, it's a pretty good sex name.
Some of them don't end up very good.
Mom, what's your middle name? Mary. Yeah, you'd be Mary Main.
Mary Main. I'm not going to talk about whether that's good or not right now. But anyway, at the end of the day, don't have a full review on whether or not Gary V is a good human or not. But he wasn't the worst person I've ever met in the internet influencer industry. I met some fucking weird scumbags.
When he's like not telling me to like get rid of my entire family to like be successful, like he's cool.
I did a Vine. He wasn't there really ever. We would sleep at that office because it was very like Silicon Valley, like Google, like, come on, man, just have fun and make your own fucking espressos here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, wear sandals to work. And like we went there and we did a Vine. It was me, Logan Paul, I think Amy Marie, the girl that you made fun of.
Oh yeah, the dancing girl.
Yeah, the dancing girl. You were like, "Come on, Amy," and you're like,
"Oh yeah," and then they recreated it and sent it to me when you were with them.
Yeah, because they were cool sports about you.
Yeah. Logan was always cool.
Yes, and we did some shit about Logan we did some shit with Logan where it was the dumbest Vine ever. He just falls over and it was meant to look like he says a trust fall and no one knew that he was going to do it, but we all knew he was going to do it. So it was really the dumbest thing ever. But he like falls forward and lands and hits his head on the table and acts like he's hurting and shit.
Yeah, no, he was at WrestleMania last night.
Which we were guilty of our own fucking fake shit. The shit where I fucking hit my foot on the Vine on that thing is fake as fuck. When I fucking elbowed Kiana's dog by accident.
That wasn't fake.
That wasn't fake. I elbowed her dog in the face and I felt really bad.
Yeah, the poor dog got bowed in the face.
But Danny's laugh is really convincing in it, and people thought that was real forever too.
Yeah, well, now you got myth busted on the internet. Okay,
bust on me.
Everything is a charade. I'm not who I am. I'm not who I say I am. I'm a fake person. I have fake qualities.
You didn't fake the white kid and the black kid though when you did the breaking down the racial barriers.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't fake that.
That was real. When you did the introduction of interracial basketball introduction.
These guys are friends.
These guys are friends. Breaking down the wall.
Breaking down racial barriers.
The wall of racial barriers.
I did it with Dad one time while he was in the kitchen too, like cooking. It was like 7 o'clock in the morning. I was like 6:02.
Danny LoPriore
out of Yonkers, New York. Gary V, like I never really had like a huge problem with him. I just like making fun of like those things because it's not that simple all the time. Like they make it sound like it's really simple, but like it's not.
No, but he's a hustler. He's not even a hustler. He's a grinder. He gets his in hustle, and I mean in the way like he works hard. He has worked for what he's gotten or what he's got.
Like
and,
I feel,
and I get why people respect him. I mean, I don't dislike him. Like I respect his work ethic and stuff because he has crazier work ethic than I'll ever have in my life.
Yeah, for sure.
But you know, I don't know. He just has
his
moments where he says things, and I'm just like, "What the fuck are you talking about, dude?"
Yeah, like,
and your head is so weird shaped.
Yeah, and why is the camera always all the way up here and shit? Like, I want to see your big ass head. Bring that camera down here. Come on the show.
Like
too.
he said something about video. He said something about like gamers once. He was just like, "You could stay home all day, play video games, and like I never understood like not get shit done." And I'm like, "Dude, what are you talking about?" There are people that don't get anything done that are video gamers that are worth more than you are.
Yeah, Gary, you idiot. Come on the show.
Yeah, come on the show. Gary.
Come on the show, you idiot.
No, Gary's cool.
No, I like Gary.
Gary's cool.
Just
full of shit sometimes.
Yeah, super full of shit.
But you got to be if you want to sell some shit.
Yeah, dude, we're all full of shit. We just admit it. These people act like they're gonna write a book and sell you K-Swiss sneakers about how you're gonna build an empire that's gonna fail.
But he's
not. They're gonna tell you that failing is part of the process.
But he's not like pyramid scam full of shit.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
A lot of the shit that he's selling could help you out.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, like I know all of this stuff already. So like, what's the next step stuff? Like, help me with that stuff.
It's up to you.
It's up to me. That's what he would say, and I'd just be like, thanks, Gary. Here's $50. Thanks for the shoes.
Thanks for the seminar.
Thanks for the seminar, dude. But I got my second shot of Pfizer. I got vaccinated.
I like how we just dove right into that.
Yeah, right.
The shot just dove right into your shoulder.
I'm full vax now, and
you feel good, right? You're good. But there was one night.
There was one night. So the first day, I was like, dude, I'm a titan of the industry. No, nothing can hurt me. I'm like, my arm doesn't even feel sore. I get into the second day. First of all, I go and get the shot again. I do the whole thing. There's like the Titanic band playing at the Javits Center. It felt like an honor to play with them that night again. So when I get there, the guy was super nice. It was like he was like a gay nurse. He was just like, hey, like I'll be your nurse today, and I'm just gonna make sure that this gentleman next to you was taken care of. The dude next to me was terrified of needles, terrified. And then like he was like, are you like afraid of needles? And this dude was like 6'4", huge dude. And like you could tell like he was just like a little like scared. He was a little jumpy. So like they were like, okay, like are you afraid of needles? And he was like, He said it like he was like 6 years old. So I was just like, yo, bro, like, and I hear him still like saying like, I'm like, yo, it's not that bad, man. He's like, no, he's like, I don't like needles. He was getting his first dose. I was getting my second dose. So he was just like, no, I don't like them, man. I really don't like them. I was like, yo, you want to hold my hand? And he held my hand. And I held his hand while he got the thing. And I was like, don't worry about it. He's like, it's not even going to hurt. And he was like, no, I just can't look at them. I feel like I'm going to pass out. And I was like,
I'm just thinking of you being like super.
I was Meet Joe Black of the Jacob Javits Center that day.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, dude, look, just hold my hand. And he like looked me in my face. And then he did like make a little face like a scared face. And then he was good. And then he left.
Yeah.
And then
only you didn't do any fucking
patois.
Chet Hanks Jamaican stuff.
Everything gonna be.
What is up with that guy? That guy, he's got to be so embarrassed of his fucking son.
Tom Hanks?
What a dork.
Nah, he probably loves him.
Yeah, he probably does because he's Tom Hanks, but what an idiot his son is.
Yeah, Chet Hanks is a little stupid.
Something's wrong with that dude. Yeah. He's like weird. He's not
his brother. His brother is Tom Hanks. His brother is like, you could see he's like Tom Hanks.
Yeah, who's the other Hanks? Something Hanks. You know he's in Superbad.
Colin Hanks?
Yeah, Colin Hanks. He's in Superbad.
Yeah, he is.
No. It's not Superbad. I think it is Superbad.
No, what does he do?
I don't know. It's some movie where he's at a party though, and he's just holding a beer. Maybe it's not Superbad. It's another high school movie where he's at a party.
He was really good in season 2 of Fargo.
Yeah, he was in Fargo.
But like they asked him, like Chet Hanks is like takes pictures with like guns and shit, like he used to. Like I'm sure like Tom Hanks' people.
Does Tom Hanks are they both the same kids from the same woman? They are, aren't they? He's not like a baby mama guy, is he? Right? No. Does he have? He's never had 2 wives. He has 1 wife, and 2 kids with the same woman. I think.
You know what I want to ask?
Come on the show, Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Tom Hanks. Bring all your children on our show. In Philadelphia, Antonio Banderas is it's from his first wife, so he's got baby mama drama. So Colin Hanks is from his first wife, and then Chet Hanks, the newer one, the Jamaican one.
And there's no way Chet Hanks and Colin Hanks hang out.
No, there's no way. He's just like, oh my God, Chet.
No, Chet is too busy.
Hey, Colin, what's up with ya?
Yeah, imagine chilling. Like, imagine Chet is Colin's super normal, and Chet's like, "What do you think if I do White Boy Summer T-shirts?" And Colin Hanks is like, "That's not a terrible idea."
Yeah, he's like, "This
is
terrible."
like,
no, he's talked about.
You pawn don't know nothing.
You don't know nothing. I chew in your head top.
Oh, he's talked about him before.
Yeah, he's like, he's just like a free spirited guy, like the nicest like brother thing to say. But Tom Hanks in Philadelphia, right? Antonio Banderas is his boyfriend in it.
Chet Hanks just wants to be from the hood so bad.
Yeah, it's White Boy Summer. But Antonio Banderas is his boyfriend in the movie, right?
Oh, in Philadelphia.
Do they ever kiss in that movie?
No. It's nothing like that. No.
Tom Hanks doesn't get gay in Philadelphia. I think if you're going to win the Oscar, you got to get gay. And you got to kiss Antonio Banderas.
I'm sure he would, but it probably wasn't written that way.
No, I think a lot of actors sometimes aren't willing to do shit like that. I think a lot of actors.
I think Tom Hanks would have did it. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Who knows? I think he would have did. What do you mean? No? Do you know if he's gay or not?
No.
Or if he's into doing gay scenes?
No, but in the movie, he's gay. And it's like a very prominent story about AIDS,
but
right?
But it's Tom Hanks, and he's a gun ho act. Did you see what he did for fucking Castaway? He almost died for that movie.
I know, but he didn't get gay.
You wouldn't kiss a man on the lips?
Yeah,
but I'm not talking about like full dogginess. I'm just talking about like
Jake
Brokeback.
Jake Gyllenhaal, Heath Ledger, rest in peace.
Did you see Brokeback or no?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, you actually watched it?
Yeah, dude. They get super gay.
Yeah, can you do that? Wait, I'm gonna ask you.
Dude.
No, I'm gonna ask again. You gotta do this Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Did you see Brokeback Mountain?
Oh yeah, dude, brother. I saw Brokeback Mountain, dude. I saw Brokeback Mountain, and Heath Ledger, dude. He's the top, right?
He's heaving.
Jake Gyllenhaal's the sub, brother. And listen, he submits, dude, just like he got locked in the sharpshooter by Bret Hart, brother. And he's just sitting there, and he's like, I can't take you, dude. And then Michelle Williams is in it, brother. She's like, something's up. You guys are getting gay, dude. And then Anne Hathaway doesn't know anything about the gay stuff, dude. And then they go on these trips, and Heath Ledger kisses them by the house, and then Anne Hathaway sees them kiss, brother. And it gets really gay, dude.
I've never seen Brokeback Mountain.
It is it's probably one of the more graphic sex scenes that I've seen. In terms I saw Milk too with like Sean Penn.
Is there sex in Milk?
Yeah, there's sex in Milk.
I heard Milk is a really good movie, though, right?
Yeah, dude, that guy was amazing. He got murdered because he was gay.
I know. He was like he
wanted to save San Francisco
for his. Well, it was civil rights issue, right?
Yes.
Same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he was like,
Harvey
Ma.
Milk.
Well, who would you say? Was he like Martin Luther King for gay people, or what was he trying to do? Was it something else he was trying to do? Because I don't know a lot about him. You know,
he was running for like public office.
Oh, he was running. Oh, he was running for. Okay, so no, not anything like that. Martin Luther King was just trying to fucking save black people.
Yeah.
And to have rights to vote and stuff.
The name Harvey Milk is definitely a gay guy's name, right?
I mean, he was gay, but
you know what I mean? I'm Harvey Milk, and I'm just like, listen.
I don't know. I need to see the movie. I heard Milk. Well, he won an Oscar for Milk.
Yeah.
That's not why I want to see it. I want to see what the movie's about because I don't know enough.
We're talking about a lot of actors today, and I love it.
Brokeback Mountain is not. That's not a real true. I mean, I'm sure it's happened.
I will tell you this, though.
But that's not based off of people, like, right? That's not like a thing.
No. But it's a great movie, but it's super sexually graphic. So, like, you know, like they do tent sex in it, and it's pretty graphic. But like, I think Tom Hanks probably at some point was maybe asked to kiss Antonio Banderas.
Mom and Dad used to let us watch cursing movies, but they never used to let us watch super intense sex movies.
No. I remember Mom was watching Crying Game once. She was like, go upstairs. And then I watched Crying Game 5 years later, and I was like, yeah, that's why I went upstairs.
Yeah, well, that's like, because when you're younger, that's a lot. I guess it's a lot to take in. You know what I mean? I don't know if I would. I'm not letting. At a certain age, I'm going to be like, you know what? Come watch this movie with me because there is a lesson in it, regardless, and you could speak about the lesson afterwards.
It's just
if you just let a kid watch a movie and then say go to bed, then they have to think about it on their own.
Yeah,
that's a fucking lot to deal with. You know what I mean?
But
I'm not talking about. I just mean any kind of movie, like even Scarface. Like you don't watch that movie with your child and then go, all right, go to bed and think about it on your own. You got to be like, do you know why he messed up? Do you know why he died at the end? You know this. You know what he did. You know what the lessons are here. You can't watch Scarface and go, yeah, cocaine, am I right, to your kid.
Yeah, guess what? Tom Hanks, I knew it. Tom Hanks declined to kiss Antonio Banderas.
He didn't want to do it?
Yeah, he didn't want to do it. See, he didn't want to get gay on camera. I'm telling you,
wow,
that's a big thing.
He cried on the actor studio talking about how sad he was about people dying from fucking AIDS.
That's what I'm saying, though. You're going to win the Oscar.
You
might have to kiss Antonio Banderas, who isn't the worst guy to kiss in the world.
Are you kidding me? Why would you decline that?
Yeah.
It's not like you said kiss Ron Howard's brother.
I'm just saying it's a movie about
who's that guy?
Gay people's rights, being in love. Gay people having the right to love, and you won't kiss Antonio Banderas?
Yeah, I'd kiss Antonio.
I'd kiss Antonio Banderas right now.
Would you kiss Antonio Banderas, Mom?
Oh my God! You see him in Desperado?
What woman would you kiss on a movie?
Salma Hayek. Who's the hottest woman you've ever seen?
Do you have who
in person?
Monica Potter.
I saw Cindy Crawford in person once. Even later in life, she's still a knockout.
I've seen her at Carbone. We ate, and they were right across from her.
Cindy Crawford looks good these days.
She looks great.
I saw her a year ago.
You know what the worst thing to say to Cindy Crawford while you're eating is you got a little something on your lip.
Oprah, remember, Drew Brees has a birthmark on his face. Oprah tried to wipe it off his face once when she came on the show. She was like,
"That's almost as bad as."
She licked her thumb and rubbed his face.
That's almost as bad as when Ryan Seacrest tried to give a 5 to that blind fucking blind person doing an audition. And he's like, "Yeah, man," and he goes like that. It's so bad.
Remember when George Bush waved to Stevie Wonder?
Oh yeah,
that was
he did
hilarious
do that too.
too.
Yeah, it's so
yeah,
bad.
dude. But Tom Hanks declined to kiss Antonio Banderas, bro.
I can't believe that. And in a movie that is all about compassion toward gay males, but seems to have no problem playing men who kill, is very telling about what America accepts as a no. It's very true, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn, Tom Hanks, you little bitch.
I just think that, listen, I'm not going to let it go. You kiss Antonio Banderas when you get the fucking chance, okay?
Did Antonio want to do it?
Antonio would do it. Antonio's a method actor, dude. That dude in Desperado, that dude was so fucking hot when he went on that one-legged stance and had like a bazooka in his guitar case.
You know, you want to know something?
Hot.
You want to know something? I actually talked to someone the other day who was like,
so hot.
Tom Hanks rubs me the wrong way. And I was like, I wonder why.
Yeah, because he's probably a snake in the grass. I'm really upset that he didn't kiss Antonio Banderas. I would have did it. You can't get the Oscar if you don't kiss. That's it. You have to have a kiss. Joe Pesci, greatest Academy Award speech of all time. Thanks.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
then just leaves.
And
Yeah.
left. No, the reason behind that, too, was he said, I wrote a speech, and I'm going to curse in it. And they were like, no, you can't curse. So he was like, all right, I'm not going to do a speech then. I'll leave. That was it. I told you, Tom Hanks was not down to kiss.
That's crazy. What an asshole.
Yeah.
I'm not only gonna kiss Antonio Banderas, I'm gonna play with his hair while I do it.
Yeah,
too.
dude, that dude had locks, and he looks so handsome when he's talking to Denzel in that hospital. When he's like, hey, man, I'm going to represent your gay lover. And
Antonio dies, right, in it? Doesn't he die because he's sick?
No. Tom Hanks is sick. He wears a scarf and like a little like hat.
But Antonio gets sick too, doesn't he? No. Great movie, though.
No, that was the other thing, too.
Are you laughing?
No, because I just imagined Tom Hanks in that scarf and that hat in Philadelphia. He's all sick,
Yeah.
but it's just like funny to think about because it's been made fun of so much.
Yeah.
When Cartman gets AIDS on South Park, he dresses up like Tom Hanks from Philadelphia.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah, and they're like, do you have AIDS? He's like, I'm not sure. I'm HIV positive.
Yeah, and that's when he goes,
Yeah.
I'm positive.
I'm positive.
Yeah,
I'm
he just
HIV
says-
positive.
He just keeps saying positive. And that's
Yeah.
like when they,
They
say
that AIDS is like so retro. It's
yeah,
like,
that
ooh,
Magic
it's so
Johnson
retro.
puts money into his veins.
Yeah, and
into his
everyone's like, how's
bloodstream.
Magic Johnson still alive? He has $1 bajillion.
Yeah. Because we talked about Scott, what's his name from last time that used to come to our school and talk.
Scott LaRock. Yeah,
Scott-
that guy was crazy.
Was it Scott LaRock?
Yeah, Scott LaRock.
That was his name?
Yeah,
The bagpiping guy?
Scotty Rock. Scott
Yeah.
LaRock's like a actual DJ.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
Yeah.
I was like, that's like a...
Scotty Rock.
We didn't have that guy.
No. That dude was fucking crazy. That
Well,
guy was nuts.
He wasn't... That wasn't...
Are you talking about the gay dude, Jacob Fried?
No, who was the guy that came to that talked about bagpiping people?
Yeah, that was Jacob Fried or something.
Oh, that was his name?
Yeah, I messaged him on Twitter like 30 years ago. I was like, dude, you came to our school and talked about bagpiping, and he just wrote LOL.
Yeah, you changed my life. Now you should email him, tell him that Tom Hanks didn't kiss Antonio Banderas like an asshole.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man. People love Tom Hanks. I got a beef with him. You don't pass up kissing that fine brown mouth.
I would kiss the fuck out of him. And here's the thing.
Did you have two hotter people in a movie at that time too? Antonio Banderas.
I don't know.
And Salma
I
Hayek?
know there's gonna be. I know there's gonna be
Desperado.
people who are gonna go, well, if you're not comfortable, you don't have to do anything. We're not saying that you have to do anything. I'm just saying I would kiss Antonio Banderas.
Yeah. Dude, listen, I if I was ever in a movie, I don't think I would have a problem kissing anybody. It's a film.
I'd be more uncomfortable to the fact that I'm playing someone who's sick that's dying.
Would you get like thrashed in a movie though?
Depends on how much.
Yeah, that's
I would
perfect. That's perfectly fine though.
I would get thrashed.
You want to know what movie?
No, because it's the same thing as like Halle Berry was like, give me this much if you want me to be naked on film and have sex with a man on film.
The rumor is that they had real sex in that movie.
I'm not gonna lie. Oh, what? Her and Billy Bob Thornton?
really got
Did
got
they?
going.
Is that a thing?
That's a rumor. Yes, it is.
I don't think they
It
did.
is.
No, I don't think they did. Oh, it's a rumor, but
It's
I
a
don't think
rumor
that they actually
that
did.
they had real sex.
Is that when she's like, please let me feel something that's not this?
Yeah. I want to feel good. Make me feel good. Make me feel good.
Mom's laughing. Yeah, because that scene.
Make me feel good.
I'm not gonna lie. That scene was on every porn site when I was younger immediately, which I thought was so weird. I was like, this isn't even good.
Yeah, dude. It was like
give me some quality porn.
It was like the COVID vaccine, and then like the biggest line was like, see Halle Berry's tits. Like in Swordfish, we were like, she shows her boobs in Swordfish. I went and saw that movie. It was so bad. John Travolta, great actor, but is he though? He's like a really good actor. What was up with his hair for years? Also, there's a lot of stuff about John Travolta.
I like how we're just talking about so many Hollywood people right now.
Yeah, this is.
But you know what? This is what we're focusing.
Yeah, this is our gossip for the day.
Yeah, Hollywood gossip.
Hollywood gossip. But I've heard a lot of weird stories about John Travolta too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, someone that lived in town.
Yes, someone that lived in this town and tried to get him on a private jet with him.
Yeah, like weird.
Come after me, Johnny.
Yeah, come on the show, John.
Come on the show, John. Bring your hair.
Let's talk to you.
What was that movie where, you want to know something? I really feel, though, if people have never seen Saturday Night Fever, you need to see Saturday Night Fever.
Great
It's one
movie.
of the greatest films of all time.
Is that where the dude's going to jump off the bridge?
Yeah, and he's like, nah, man, don't do that.
Was that your John Travolta?
Oh, my God, don't jump off of that.
Come on, man. You don't want to do that, man.
Oh, come on, don't do that. You want to know something? You want to know he was also very good in when they redid Hairspray. John Travolta was very good at it.
Oh, I didn't see it. Is he just good at like dancing, singing movies then maybe? Musicals?
Let me tell you something. That guy in that white suit in Saturday Night Fever, he's taking over.
Wait, where's John Travolta from? From New York?
I think Travolta might be
Carolina. Somewhere weird.
No, Travolta might be from Queens.
I don't think he's from New York.
Nah, I feel like we would know more about John Travolta if he was from here.
I mean,
John Travolta was born in Englewood, New Jersey. He's around the way.
Damn, there's an Englewood in New Jersey.
Oh my God.
Englewood always up to no good. He's 6'2", tall guy, kind of.
Oh my God,
that's a tall guy.
I
don't know why I said kind of. I'm 5'11".
What's that movie?
5'10".
What's that movie when they had the Google Dolls? That song Iris for some reason makes me cry every time I hear it. It's such a beautiful song. It's
because you're not. You just want the world to see it.
No, that was a movie called Fallen Angels or something with Nicolas Cage. What's the movie when John Travolta plays an angel? Michael.
Yeah. I only remember it because of the name, obviously.
That movie was pretty good too.
So is Phenomenon.
Phenomenon's a good movie too. Travolta's got bangers. I take it back.
Where he sees like a light and he's like, ah. He's like, hey, you know what the thing is? The thing is with life, Chubbs. The thing is with life, Chubbs. It's like life is like a farm. You know, it's a harvest. Like he's talking about weird. He's like super. He was like a simple guy who just gets. But then it ends with him having like a brain tumor, and it's like super sad.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's killing me. You mean it's killing me? It's killing me, man.
It's killing me. Oh my God, it's killing me.
And
but
what's his name?
Saturday Night Fever he's super sexy.
Great movie. Saturday Night Fever is a great movie.
Yeah, people
dancing. Yeah,
also
that's in there, right?
Dancing. Yeah.
Wait, Ma, why does the guy want to kill himself on the bridge? Because his girlfriend left him?
No, his girlfriend got pregnant.
Oh.
Catholic.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah, and he's gonna jump off the bridge. Which bridge is that? The Verrazano Bridge?
Somewhere between, I guess, Queens.
Right.
So maybe they're on.
And he's gonna come back, but he slips.
Yeah.
And then he dies anyway. And that part is what makes that scene so fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like super. I remember watching it as a kid and being like, God, that scene fucks me up.
Saturday Night Fever, I feel like had no business being good, but once they got the Bee Gees on it,
no, it was just a good movie overall.
It was a great
movie. They just made it real. It was a real movie.
The Saturday Night Fever theme song is the greatest movie theme song of any movie ever. That's because, like, listen, like the Godfather theme is like obviously iconic, but like nobody listens to that. Saturday Night Fever.
No, maybe like
when you hear that, but you immediately get happy.
Yeah.
And I never knew the words to that song until I was like 31 years old.
What did they say in that part?
No, you can't tell by the way I
No, but what are they even saying in that one part where it's like when it echoes? What are they even saying there?
Women loud, women won't.
Did you ever listen to the Bee Gees and go, I don't know what the fuck these guys are saying? Sometimes. Right, because back in the day, you guys couldn't go on Google and go, what were these lyrics? You just had to deal with it. Oh, a special on them?
I watched it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, on HBO. It was really, really good.
Oh, no, yeah, they were good singers, too. They did, like, a cappella stuff.
Yeah. Barry Gibb talk show. On the Barry Gibb talk show.
Yeah.
Tonight we
Oh,
have
Saturday Night Live. Yeah, it was very, very good. Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon. God. Oh yeah. So my COVID vaccine. I held this man's hand while he passed out, and then we got into Tom Hanks not kissing.
Not kissing Antonio Banderas.
Listen, I'm gonna die on that hill. I don't care what anybody says. You take a shot at Banderas, you take a shot. Let's put some boots, baby.
Do they give you an Antonio Band-Aid after you fucking take your shot?
Yeah, so they give you a Band-Aid. They make you wait like 15 minutes so like you don't die and they can't get in trouble. So then you go out. So like the first day I was okay. Second day I was okay. On the second and a half day, I'm watching the Knicks game. And my entire body felt like they inserted hot coals through my asshole and they filled my entire stomach with it. So I was like, oh
like
my
you're on
God.
fire?
I was like, what is happening? Like I was in a human microwave. So I'm like, yo, Selena was in Florida, so I'm already a baby enough. Now I think I'm dying. So I'm just like, oh my God. I'm taking all my clothes off. I'm trying to find our thermometer. I can't find it. I can't find the thermometer. The only thermometer that we have are the ones that we stick up Silvio's anus. So I was just like, I'm not using that one. I thought about using it, cleaning it, but I was like, this goes up my dog's ass. Thankfully, downstairs in our building, we have a sensor for people to like check their thing. I was like 101.9. I was almost at a 102
It takes your fever in your building?
Yeah. So I had a 101.9 was the highest. I took it 3 times while I was down there.
Crazy.
But 4 hours later, it was gone. It broke, and I literally felt like someone broke like when it broke, it was like someone either cracked an egg on me or it was like I got hit with a water balloon and just went, and then everything
and then
came
you were
off
just
of
better?
me. And then I felt a lot better, but then my legs felt like someone hit me with a bat like the whole night.
It's so weird.
It was. I got up and I was like walking like Vito from The Sopranos, like after he lost all that weight.
That's
Just
so,
like chugging
yeah,
along.
yeah. That's
So,
so
like
weird.
my legs were all beat up, but other than that, like I didn't get like nausea or anything. I had some diarrhea. I'm not gonna lie, but like to think that I'm potentially fully vaxxed now is kind of crazy.
Yeah, Vax boys.
Vax boys for real. I'm like super vax. My thing is like, dude, I have asthma and diabetes. Why couldn't they make like, any kind of flu or like worse for me?
Yeah.
They're like, listen, it's like a 99% survival rate unless you have diabetes and asthma. And then I'm just like, I have both of those. I'm like, great. So what's my percentage? You're like 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I don't want to die. Dude, if you've never seen the Lenox Hill documentary on Netflix, that's my hospital. That's where I go. That's where I spent my psych unit days in there. If you see, people were dying and having heart attacks just from hearing that they had COVID.
Yeah,
like, you had
that's so,
COVID. And
yeah,
people
yeah.
would go in the
well,
shop.
that's how sensitive some people are too. They just kind of like react to news like that and just automatically get devastated right away.
Yeah, I mean, I'm afraid of COVID because
Definitely devastated.
I'm young enough to beat it, but I'm also old enough to die from it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's weird. And then like, I'm gonna get vaccinated. Like some people feel like that, like they don't have to get vaccinated. It's whatever. A
lot of people are against it too, and a lot of people just don't want to do it. I mean, I'm definitely going to. You know what I mean?
I'm getting vaccinated. I mean, I already have been. Like from
the
jump,
but
I was
know,
like,
but you were saying, like to yourself, you're like, I'm gonna get vaccinated.
Yeah, I was like, dude, they could shoot this into my dick. I'm going to get this vaccine. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not going to die because of this.
Thank God you didn't have to do it to your penis, though.
I would 100% get it in my penis. If it meant that I would never have to get COVID, shoot me right in the ding dong. I'm perfectly.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do in order to get COVID, or in order to save me in order to go COVID, to save me from COVID. If I have to, I'm going to kiss Antonio Banderas. That's what I'm going to do,
dude. If they were like, "Hey, what's up? You can kiss Antonio Banderas," and then also,
I would still kiss him now. He looks great.
You can't even get AIDS from kissing. I think deep kissing you can get HIV. That's an
no, but I think he was just. I think let's be real here. I think he was. I love that we're going back to this, but I think he was fucking.
Tom Hanks. The name of this episode is Tom Hanks wouldn't kiss Antonio.
Yeah, I think he was against it because he just didn't want to kiss him in.
Yeah, he didn't want to get gay on cam. It's 100% why.
I'll kiss a fucking dude to do that. Are you kidding me, bro?
I'll kiss a dude after like a good night out. Just being like, hey, I had a great time with you. Grab his face, give him the Michael Corleone.
Did I ever tell you I had a dream once? I was kissing this girl and I came up and I was smiling and I was like, and it was Dad. Listen, I'm going to tell everyone right now, I'm being honest, my mom's here. I have no intentions of helping my dad cheat on my mom or making out with my dad or being with my dad at all. I never thought of my dad in a sexual manner anyway. It was the weirdest thing ever. I don't know what that means deep down somewhere. I don't know. No, I was kissing this girl that I went to high school with, and I remember being like, yeah.
Dad?
And it was just dad, and dad was like smiling at me.
I know that smile too.
Yeah,
I know that smile.
It was so weird.
When Michael was little, he told me, I dreamt that I kissed Kiana's girlfriend, Kamala.
Oh my god, I was so horny for all my sister's friends when I was younger.
You know,
I was a little horny
you
bastard.
You know who?
And I used to touch everyone's butts without permission back in the day.
I told him to learn on an apple.
Yeah.
Oh, you taught Michael to kiss on an apple?
Yeah, an apple.
Ew. Kind of cool though. All right.
I mean,
remember that time
listen,
you came
it's
home
better
from
than
apple?
me kissing on and my mom being like, kiss this girl. You know what I mean? Like, that's super weird.
Kiss your brother.
Kiss
I'll
this,
show you.
yeah,
I'll
kiss
teach
this
you.
guy. Yeah. At least it was like something. I'll never forget kissing my hand in middle
Oh,
school.
yeah, it made
I
out
was
my
like,
hand so much.
No, but for some reason I was doing it in fucking class, like a fucking big loser.
Yeah, but you were.
And
just,
I'm in.
you're,
I just couldn't
that's
help
a
my
little-
horniness, I guess. And I'm like this. I'm going, and I'll never forget this girl, Melissa, turning around and going, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Melissa Decker said that.
Yeah, Melissa Decker.
Yeah. Shout out Melissa Decker. She was cool.
She was.
Yeah, I liked her a lot. She was really nice.
Who I thought was super cute when we were younger.
Yeah, there you go.
A lot of them I thought we were. It was so funny. Like,
We had a hot bus. Our bus from 7th Street, all the
yeah.
hot kids were getting on that.
and we also made out with all the white girls. After all the white guys made fun of us, all the white girls loved us. Though.
Yeah,
and they would
boy.
invite us to parties. And I remember our friend, who was kind of a dick, but was still like our friend, would be like, "Yeah, man, like you get girls and stuff." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's because I'm not a dick like you." And like girls kiss us, and you're so mad about it. And then I also remember Danny beating the shit out of one of my friends that was in my grade because I forgot what he said to Danny.
I think he called me the N-word.
Well, they all did that, but I think he did something else. I think he said like you're poor, because that was another thing we got all the time was like you guys are poor. We were like,
Yeah, it's because Dad
we
was
live
never home.
year round in houses that are bigger than yours. What are you talking about?
Like, you guys are so homeless. I'm like, yeah, dude, I see the ocean from my house.
I remember we were younger. We were like, this is like because we're from New York, like where we dealt with if kids were picking on you, it was a lot more. It was a lot more intense.
Yeah, but we took it for granted though because we lived there when we were little.
No,
Imagine
but
if you
remember,
were, like,
I remember
15,
the first.
16.
Yeah, but I remember when we first moved there. We were in the skating rink together, and this kid Matt came over and was like, "Oh, they're from New York, like something like probably from the projects." And I remember we both looked at each other and were like, "Dude, that is the worst like comeback ever." Like I remember we were making fun of this kid since the moment we saw him, and Danny wanted to kill him, and I was like, "Yeah, chill." Yeah. And like, and I wound up having class. That's because we met Matt that year, and obviously they became our friends. Some of the kids, my mom knows.
Oh yeah.
But we dealt with a lot. Like we weren't just bitching. Like these kids were fucking assholes.
No,
when
you
we
know
were
who I
younger.
spoke
We had to
to?
beat their ass on a daily basis, and then we got in trouble all the time. Yeah. Remember Mr. Mr. Bonner?
Yeah, we had a teacher. His last name was Boner.
Ooh, that dude looked like a pedophile, 100%.
Our principal's name was Mr. Boner, and it was spelled Boner.
And he had a pedophile neck and sweat and everything. He just looked like a weird fucking pedophile. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was a good guy. I don't know.
He looked like Kiefer Sutherland's dad in like a fat roll.
No, he was.
He looked like Donald Sutherland.
No, he looked like he was a weird looking guy. He looked like he could have played like the Penguin in Batman, in Michael Keaton's Batman. He was a weird. Remember, he was like a kind of like a and everyone called him Boner. It was Bonner though. You remember Mr. Bonner? But would you get weird vibes from him when you were there or not really? Was he a nice guy? Because as a kid, I don't remember. He was okay. Because you know what? Like, mom and dad are full adults at this time. We have different interpretations because we're kids. We don't remember everything.
Let's walk up the street and go to that school. Talk about what the hell was going on in there.
To the school and told him I was going to go to the newspaper and get legal.
Get
What
legal
about the
with who?
racism?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Like, this is no joke, guys. We're not making this.
No.
I feel like people don't believe us when we tell the story. Like,
like
we
you're
went to a
Italian. I was
school
like,
where
yeah, we
everyone
know.
was like, because we were the only, I think we were, like, Tim Cook was half Asian, right? I'm just saying full names now. Whatever, he'll be fine.
Half Asian Tim.
Half Asian Tim, let's go. Love Britney Spears, by the way.
He did. Good basketball player.
What? Huh? Oh, Joe. Wait, Joe.
Bernard?
Big Joe? Yeah, douche. But one of our best friends. And I remember him calling me one day and was like, "Hey, man, you and Danny got me through a lot of time," because his family was weird. And he's like, "You guys were like the funniest kids growing up." And I remember he lied. He was like, "One time I jerked off and it was so hard when I came, it hit the ceiling." And I remember being a kid and going, "No, fucking didn't." He got pissed at me. He was like, "Yeah, did." And I was like, that makes no fucking sense. You're in 8th grade. Your balls are probably like this big.
Nah, I spoke to Fred Sylvester, who was a childhood friend of ours.
He just sent a picture to us
2 days ago.
Yeah, he just sent a picture to you, right?
Yeah.
Last summer.
Yeah, Fred's a good kid.
His in-laws bought the house that we lived in on Dune Drive.
Oh,
they
really?
bought our old house?
Yeah. Guys, let me tell you, South Jersey's a beautiful place. Like, obviously, besides the racism.
Yeah, come on the show.
Everyone from South Jersey. Bring your racist ass on the show.
Freddie Sylvester used to get so mad when he would miss free throws and like threes.
Yeah, I beat him in a 3-point shootout, and he used to get really, really mad. But I think it's just because he really just wanted to be the best. That's all.
No. His dad was the man.
Oh, Freddie's dad was really, really.
He would always
sweet
do like
guy.
the Dr. Evil, like
small,
thing.
sweet guy. Looked like Freddie too, right? They looked exactly.
They looked exactly like each other.
But not all. Obviously, we had great friends from there. Leaf hits messages us all the time too. Guys, let me tell you something.
My mom wants to know that little boys had crushes on her. That is the biggest double standard of all time.
Wait,
I used to work at a camp where like girls would be like, "Oh my god, he's gonna be so hot when he grows up." I'm like, "Yo, that's fucking weird." No.
We're not saying you did that.
No.
But that is fucking weird.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Oh my god, he's gonna be so hot when he grows up." I go,
"Yeah, that's okay."
Dude, I was sitting in the lifeguard chair and I heard 3 female lifeguards say this.
Yeah,
over 18 lifeguards, and I'm just like, "Yo, let me ask you a question." If I pointed at one of these kids and said, "Man, that girl is going to be so hot when she
you'd
grows
be arrested
up,"
in 2 days.
I would be so fired so fast.
You'd be arrested in 2 seconds.
Yeah, man. All these fucking creepy dudes ruined it for normal dudes who are borderline weird.
He lives still in Avalon. Everybody thought he was your brother. His wife is a PA. He just had. I think he's got a.
I got nothing.
politics.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
I got
Spanish kid?
No, he used to sleep at his house a lot. He was your friend.
Who are the twins?
Sam Weirman?
Who are the twins?
I love him.
Sam Weirman. Shout out Sam.
Oh,
shout
Sam.
out Woody.
Sam. Yeah, shout out to you. Shout out to one Woody. Woody's still our friend too. I follow Woody.
Woody's the best.
We're friends with Woody
He's got
on
like a kid now
Instagram.
and shit. Yeah.
2 kids.
Yeah, he was like running to be in office. You said, right?
He is, and he won.
He's like the mayor of Stone Harbor or something. Some shit. I don't know. Just get me out of any open container.
We got to go there soon. We got to buy a house there. That's what we got.
We should just rent a house there.
You can't. Why is it expensive?
Oh, to buy a house? Yeah, I looked at it.
Shout out to anybody who watches the.
$3-4 million.
Shout out to
Slight.
anybody who watches the
Slight.
episode. Who my family used to go to the Jersey Shore all the time. That was our thing, but not like fucking crackhead Jersey Shore. We went
like down south.
We went like down south. That was borderline Pennsylvania, where it was a lot richer and it was a lot cleaner. Like no littering at all on this.
No.
Like very, very
but
clean.
it was a ghost town.
Ghost town, but still very like the beach was great. But that's because it was very small.
We had 11 people in my grade.
Did you really?
You had 7, and you had like 7, and Michael had, I think, almost 17 or 18.
Yeah, 17 or 18 in
I had
our
a grade
grade.
with 7 people in it.
Yeah.
And
Now
I was
you guys.
valedictorian for
I'm
like
sure there's
1
someone
year.
watching. Oh, no wonder people were racist. They don't even know what life is.
Yeah, probably.
There's
No.
nothing else out there to experience besides.
Dude, I had the coolest. You know, it was the man too. You guys are learning about all these old school people in our lives, but they were like really cool for some
Yeah,
reason.
this is what shaped us.
Yeah. I went back to Avalon, New Jersey. Shout out Avalon, New Jersey. There was a kid named Pat McElroy who was like older than us, who was the man. Like this guy got with all the girls. He like drove like a pickup truck. He was super cool, right?
Yeah, Pat was a cool kid.
Pat was the man.
He went to Middle Township.
Middle Township,
I think,
yeah.
too.
He was like, there was always that older group that like smoked weed and shit. So like they were cool. I remember I went back there like maybe like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, maybe like 10 years ago. No, like 15 because I couldn't smoke at this time. I was like 15 years old. I was like waiting outside of Wawa and like
Shout out to Wawa's.
shout out to Wawa's. Yo, Wawa's are the best. I was sitting outside of Wawa trying to get someone to buy me cigarettes. Mom was somewhere and I was just walking around Avalon smoking cigarettes like 15, 16 years old. And this kid, Pat McElroy, shows up, right? And he used to call me Monkey for some reason. I don't know why. But it wasn't it wasn't a racist thing.
Hey,
It
at least he was an endearing racist.
yeah, no, it wasn't a racist thing. It was because he saw me climbing up something one day. Pat wasn't racist. He was a great guy. He was actually like one of the non-racist people there. Pat was great. So Pat McElroy sees me. He was like, "Yo, Danny, what's up? What's up, monkey?" And I was just like, "Okay, now this story sounds terrible." But
What's up, Puerto Rican monkey idiot?
Yeah, but he was not. He was not.
No, I know.
And I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm just back in town. Like my mom like made me come up here. I was like, I'm just chilling, like gonna like try and find people and hang out with them. And he was like, oh, cool, all right, man. He's like, well, you need something? I was like, yeah, I need like a pack of like Marlboros or Newports or whatever. So he just goes in there, he buys them for me. And I was like, I'll give you the money when I get out. He's like, all right, cool. He had some like blonde bombshell in his car, right? And then I was just like, he walks in, gets me the cigarettes. He throws me the cigarettes. I catch it with one hand. He goes, don't worry about it, monkey. Just be good. And drives off in this pickup truck and made me not pay for the cigarettes. And I was like, dude,
I want to be that dude.
That dude is so fucking cool. Dude.
Yeah. It's very like dazed and confused.
That's what it was. It was,
Yeah.
and he just drove off with some girl and probably just smoked weed and drank beers all night. That guy was the man. I smoked my first cigarette with him. Sorry, Mom.
Yeah.
I smoked my first cigarette with him.
I don't know if Mom knows. Mom, also, when you brought me down the last time there when I was still in high school, you remember because I was selling weed a lot at the time. And Mom brought me down there, and I just sold weed to all the kids there, to like Austin and all those kids. Like after we were, what? Do you remember? Yeah. And I sold weed to him, to Woody, I think, when I was younger at the time.
Sell that weed.
I don't know if you probably didn't. You probably did though. You probably smelled it all over me when we drove down.
We used to catch Mom smoking cigarettes late night. She would sneak out and smoke little cigarettes and shit.
Yeah, Newports. My mom loves Newports.
Love Newports. I used to go in her room and take some Newports.
She can't now though. She has crippling asthma.
Yeah, no. See, that's it.
But Jersey Shore was like, I want to take, if I ever have kids and a family, like that's what I want to do because it's such a relaxing place. It's cheap to rent down there, isn't it? At least.
She sent that.
It is for a month.
No.
Airbnb. You guys would have did Airbnbs back in the day if you had them. That wasn't a thing though back then. There was no fucking phones.
Dude, the rent for like the 16th Street house that she's talking about or whatever, it was like $1,900 a month.
That's crazy.
What I paid? What we paid?
Yeah.
Bro, we paid $600 a month.
$600 a month. It was a
$600 a month.
Because nobody wanted to live there in the wintertime. That's why.
That's what it was. Yeah, it was really, really cold there in the wintertime, and it's a beach area. You don't go there for that, but.
You got to think, when you went trick-or-treating, the school used to give you a list.
When we went trick-or-treating.
But these people were so cut off from the world, man. Like, no, a lot of good people, but their kids were so cut. Like, it's like you guys have no idea what it's like. I live in New York. It's such a fucking melting pot.
Yeah.
And like we're over here. You guys are so secluded. Yeah, everyone loved us when we were younger. Yeah, everyone loved us when we were younger. I'll never forget. We went there for the first time. We went and I saw it. We went there. It was the first time. I didn't even attend the class yet. And we went to go see a talent show that they did. And that's when I met Dennis and John Dean. And they did the corniest fucking talent show to come on and take a free ride. And they were doing like these stupid tumbles and like giving each other like fives. It was the worst talent show thing ever.
I hated that because all the parents actually came to the school functions. That's where I lost that fucking spelling bee.
Yeah, but we wanted
in second grade because I spelled walrus.
But
WALRIS.
But we wanted to do talent shows, and me and Danny would be like, yeah, let's do like Tupac, where he's like, that's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. And we're like, you can't do this at a talent show.
Like, why not?
We wanted to do like thugged out music, and people were like, you can't fucking do that.
Yeah, Dad worked some job where like he wrote in the paper, but he would be there till like for some reason it came out in stores. He'd work there till like 4 a.m. sometimes. So Dad, every once in a while, like he didn't come to a lot of baseball games because he was like working and stuff. So, like, when he would have a chance, he would come to our stuff. And I remember that he came to that spelling bee, and it was 4th grade.
And you fucked up
and
walrus.
I fucked up walrus. and I saw Dad's fucking shame just come over his face.
He just goes, probably loves Jared more than both of us.
No, I see him. He's sitting in the chair, and Mom's there. And I'm like, walrus, I got this. I'm going to nail this. So I was like, WALRIS. And I just see Dad as the I comes out. I can remember like it was yesterday. He just goes...
No,
Dad, he's like my Puerto Rican kid's supposed to win this thing. He lost.
He definitely was still proud of you. Dad was not that kind of dad.
No, but I could tell in his head. He's like, all right. Remember when
he definitely was.
Remember
like
when
still
he struck
like, out?
Remember when he struck out in the softball game and he was pissed.
Well, I remember when he showed up to the softball game and he embarrassed us because he was wearing shorts. They were up to his nutsack. Yeah, he was wearing the Bockers,
and he struck out to Sykes' dad, the dad that came over and threatened.
Oh, do you remember when Lindsay Sykes' dad came over to the house with that fucking Simon and Garfunkel afro because I made fun of her on the bus and he got really upset. Yeah. It's when we lived near them. We were neighbors. Yes. And I was in the shower and he was like, you can't make fun of girls like that, man. I'm like, dude, you're like 6'8".
Yeah, he was huge.
I'm a little kid.
His girls were really good at basketball.
Oh, they are so athletic.
And they were really sweet. They were nice girls. They were sweet girls.
Yeah,
too.
they were cool. I liked them.
Yeah.
Not many people we didn't like.
No, there were everyone.
Good amount of people
as we lived there longer, it got better. But when we first moved there, Jesus Christ, I fucking hated everybody.
They're like, there are Spanish people.
I hated everyone because we were new there. They all knew each other from when they were 1 year old.
The closest you got to that looked like you guys was the Vassalardes.
Yeah, they were Italian.
Every time.
Those guys were awesome.
Those guys were so
the
cool.
twins.
They were so cool. I actually like Facebook, but he didn't accept my friend.
They sent me. I think it was the other way around. I think they sent me something and I didn't accept theirs.
No, they've sent me messages.
But
back
they
in the day.
They were cool twins, and like we used to watch porn at their house when we were kids.
Yeah, they were awesome. These kids.
We were all like, that guy's dick is small. Like we were like really young. We were just trying to do anything that was naughty.
If you could draw up like a cooler group of people, they were the coolest people to hang out with, like in town. They were like,
who was the other kid that looked like fucking McCulkin? Remember he hung out with the Vassalardes, his little spaz.
I love that you called him McCulkin.
Yeah,
Macaulay Culkin.
McCulkins.
McCulks.
Yeah. Who was the kid that looked like him and hung out with the Vassalardes? He was like a spaz, the blonde kid. And I wrestled him once, and he loved it. Or I slapboxed him outside of their house.
Paul McCorston?
Yeah, that's who it is.
Yeah.
If he was a McCulkson?
Yeah. They had a sister, Kelly, who was super hot. Kelly McCorson's hot.
Yeah, lots of hot white women down in Jersey Shore, guys.
Gunshots. This was their dads. We went in their house. That I wanted to give someone? Oh, there was some like girl who used to take him on dates. That shit was weird.
Yeah, there was a girl that I liked. No, it wasn't weird because mom made her do it.
Oh, you did? You made mom take.
You did. You said, would you take him out to go see a movie or go hang out with him for a day?
Yeah, you guys went and saw Big Daddy.
She didn't just ask me out. I was like 4 years younger than her. She was like in high school. It was this hot. It was this really cute blonde girl or something, and she worked at Hoy's.
What was her name?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I forgot.
Linda? Oh, Lindsay. It was Lindsay. I was obsessed with this girl. I think I like stole something once from Hoy's, and I was like, I got this for you.
Smelled it, gave it back to her.
Yeah, my mom worked at this like
5 and 10 shop.
But that's what the fuck does that even mean? It was like a dollar store, but cheaper. And besides stealing Amasol all the time to fucking heal my fucking biting my mouth wounds for my OCD, I used to work there with my mom, and they had me price things. And then stock things too when they were out on stock or they go in the back. And this girl would work there in the summer. She was like a summer. What did you call summer people? Shoebies. So she used to come there and work there. I was in love with this girl. I was obsessed with her. She had a thing for young white chicks, I guess, back in the day. And
still does, lady. Still does.
And my mom knew because I would always be like, oh my god, she's so cute. And I remember once Marvin Gaye was playing Heard It Through the Grapevine, and I tried to dance with her on the counter. I was a smooth little bitch when I was younger. And my mom obviously set up this thing, and she called the house one day. She's like, do you want to go hang out? And I was just like, yeah, fucking of course.
Yeah, I remember because you guys are going to see Big Daddy, and
that's the first time I went to go. So every time I see Big Daddy, I think of this girl, and oh my god, I wish I knew who she was this day.
You could find it. Mom wouldn't let me go.
She's probably married or dead.
Definitely.
Yeah,
probably still hot though.
We had a hot science teacher too. Like Miss Hughes was kind of hot.
Yeah, Miss Hughes, and then her sub was a woman who was a stunt stand-in for Stephanie McMahon when she was getting kidnapped by the.
I remember that lady. She was kind of hot too, Miss Musashi.
She was hotter.
Hot ass. Yeah. What's up, dog? Taught me how to divide and shit.
Yeah, divide those chicks.
Yeah, divide these nuts. No, shout out to our old teachers and
Daddy chill,
and then our old other people too. But yeah, South Jersey was a cool place to live. I would definitely go back.
And also, we used to smoke cigarettes and sneak into the mini golf place. Remember that? Yeah. What was the name of that place?
Pirate Island.
Yeah,
we used to sneak into
in Avalon. I hope you're still there. We should go to Avalon this summer
and smoke mad.
I'll finally go with you guys.
No, don't smoke cigarettes. Get loose.
Yeah, don't smoke cigarettes.
Yeah,
Right.
so no, we had to switch the battery out of the camera. But yeah, no, like South Jersey was cool. Well, we had a house like on 27th Street. For some reason, I would always buy these like ninja balls where you would light the wick on fire and then it would shoot smoke. It was like a smoke bomb. And I would always do karate in the smoke, like I was like, like from Dragon Ball Z. And I remember Dad called me one day, and he literally just goes, "What are you doing?" And I literally looked at him and I said, "Karate."
Yeah.
And he goes, "All right, just don't set anything on fire." And I was just like, "I won't." And then as I was lighting up another one,
they called the therapist.
No. As I was lighting up another one, like, whatever kind of debris in the back, like, kind of set on fire.
Yeah.
And I had to, like, rush to put it out, like, mid karate. So, like, I'm, like, mid punch. I'm like, don't, stump, don't. I'm doing the karate. And I'm like, oh, my God. Like, I'm actually setting something on fire in the backyard. And I remember one time, because I was running towards something to clean it, and we had a clothesline back there, and that shit just knocked me right on.
Remember on 7th Street, our TV would get scrambled porn, and we always used to try to watch it together.
Yeah, we had the Spice Channel scrambled.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we watched, like, WWF. And
I'd be like, that's a boob, and it'd be, like, floating up the screen. We're like, oh, there it goes.
Like, oh, that tit's floating away. Yeah,
You'd always see, like, a random genital in the scramble.
We would watch wrestling, then we would watch Scrambled Spice, and then we would wake up and watch Pokemon.
And then Mom was telling us about how a plane crashed. Where was it, Mom? What town was it that it crashed in?
Queens. It was right after.
Oh, yeah, it was in New York. And we were living in this. That's that night, for some reason, I remember this. It was some place we stayed at towards the end of us staying there. It was like another place that we just stayed at for a little bit. I think we were just visiting, actually. And I remember being like, is my penis going to be small forever? To Mom, and Mom goes, no, your dad has a nice penis. Your penis will be nice.
Dude, I remember.
Thanks, Mom. It turned out okay.
I remember seeing Dad's penis as a kid, and I was just being like, dude, that thing is huge.
Yeah, when you're a kid,
when you're a kid, when you see your dad's wiener.
My mom's sitting on the other end going,
yeah, she's just, what?
Is something nice
well
about
endowed?
Dad?
Dad's very well endowed, right? I knew there was something going on when I. All right.
Don't do that with your hand. Don't do that with your hand.
Don't air jerk our dad in front of us. All right. Yeah. All right. So apparently our dad has the hammer. But so I just remember seeing it when I was
for
a
you,
kid.
Dad.
Mom just keeps nodding.
Why did you guys circumcise Jared? And not us?
Why'd you guys do that?
Because the doctor came in
And took him.
they took him, and when they brought him back.
And they just did it without your permission?
No. He told me.
But you saw how much pain he was in.
I said I'll never circumcise any of.
And Dad's not.
Yeah, so our parents did it because they didn't want to see us cry like that.
Yeah. They didn't want to mutilate our ding dongs.
Because
we're both doing okay.
Because obviously now we're okay, but at the time, that's probably the craziest pain when you're a baby.
Also, it's like the mark of the beast too. Like people would.
It's the first pain you feel.
Yeah.
Jared came back trembling.
He was trembling.
Yeah, he's like, my fucking dick!
My fucking penis.
Never do it again.
Just I don't know what.
I mean, we're doing all right. You have a great looking girlfriend.
Yeah.
Better, and I said, no,
I have like a girl that I talk to.
I have a girl that I talk to. Yes, my girlfriend's attractive. She is.
Yeah, but I just remember. I don't know why I remember. Like, maybe it's because like it's the first time I'm talking about something like my genitals to your parents, so you just remember it. Because I remember even Dad once. I was like, "What? This is on my testicles, Dad. Like, am I sick?" And my dad's like, "Let me just fucking see it." And my dad goes, "You're fine." That's like a weird thing.
But Dad always said you were fine. You probably had like some like bad thing.
Yeah,
dude. Remember when I had the cyst on my ass? He wouldn't take me to the hospital.
Yeah, well, he probably just thought it would just go away.
No, he felt bad after that though. When he saw how much pain I was in and what came out of that cyst. He was like, all right, I feel bad.
Well, also, I think it's part of Dad just trying to calm us the fuck down.
No, he just doesn't want to
Dad usually calms, I mean, I think that's why him and Mom are... Mom is the one who probably gets a little
Mom's
out
frantic.
of whack.
She's
And then
the frantic one.
Dad's the one who's like, all right, just like, whatever, like calm down.
Dad just like, especially like when we didn't have insurance, Dad hated just paying for shit. So he's just like, if my kid breaks his finger, what are they going to do for him? They're going to give him a splint, give me a $3,000 bill, and that's it. Yeah. But when I had the thing on my ass.
In a way, it turned out he was always... I mean, I've never broke anything on my body. I fractured my toe once when I was playing him in basketball downstairs. I went up to slam on him, and I fucking slammed it. And when I came down, I was like, yeah, I bodied this kid. And when I came down, speaking about karma, I guess, right? I slammed my foot on our wooden-ass bed frame, and I was just sitting there like, and Danny's like, get the fuck up and just play. because like Danny just wanted to score again and beat me. And I go upstairs. I'm like, my foot's destroyed. And we went to go get, we got an X-ray and everything, hairline fracture. My bone was just sliced off of my pinky toe, just hung off. And I brought it in for show and tell. It was the most ghetto thing to do.
You brought in your X-ray?
Yeah, for show and tell, because they were like, bring something in. And I was like, I don't fucking have anything. So mom was like, I was like, where's my X-rays? And mom just gave me the X-rays, and I brought it in to show and tell to show my
Dude, let me tell you something. Having a Puerto Rican mom and then having to do projects, it was brutal, dude.
Yeah, but mom was very creative, though.
Yeah, because she just didn't want us to be like, yo, you're not going to look stupid. So she would build she would do our homework, basically.
Right.
She built an entire thing of like the solar system that there was no way I built it. And the teacher, I remember Mrs. Ross was the teacher. She was like, I don't think you did this.
Right, but any teacher that expected you to do that anyway, that was a piece of shit. I think they know kids go home and have some help. But now, granted, there are some genius kids out there who were like, I did it. But also, they were probably lying.
Yeah, I'm not building a solar system in the 3rd grade.
Yeah, but you know how many kids came in and acted like they did that? They didn't do it. They did that with their parents.
Their moms do it, and it's a status symbol.
Also, who's buying them all that shit? Your parents.
I never participated in the science fair either because I was like, this is stupid. Like, everyone's parents does their shit.
Yeah, but mom did make us some really cool things. I think the only embarrassing thing you ever made was when you literally you just drew an ant on a board and then made me wear it for Halloween, and it was the most ridiculous ghetto outfit.
That is terrible.
That was Hastings kindergarten.
Yeah, that was Hastings kindergarten.
He made
I was like, I don't have an outfit. And mom goes, I'll draw an ant on a piece of, what was it? Like a, just like a, what's that construction paper?
No, it wasn't construction.
It was something like that.
What a terrible fucking
It was. But it was last minute.
No, it was, you had to do it for the book you read.
Oh, for the book we read. That is what
like
it
James
was.
Giant Peach.
And we couldn't find like an ant costume, so mom just drew it. But I mean, hey, people loved it at the end of the day. Also, you're a kid. Anyone that walks up to you is like, this costume sucks, but it sucked. It was like, yeah.
That's a shit. That's a terrible.
But she drew a great ant,
though.
though. She drew a great ant. If we're gonna bring that.
Mom had like weird things that she would be like really gun ho about. Like if we tucked our socks in like under our shoes, she would get so mad about it.
What do you mean?
Because back in the day, it was about having ankle socks, but we didn't anchor socks, ankle socks. No, but but Allen Iverson didn't show his socks.
Oh, so we probably wanted to be like
so
Iverson.
I wanted to be like Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
What's up? Yeah. I got to talk.
No, but not only just interview. We wanted to just be like.
I wanted
to
be Allen Iverson. That's what I wanted to be. And then she was like, "Bring your socks up." I was like, "No, it's not this one. I want to be like the answer."
Oh, it was not cool to wear socks all the way up. You were like a dad who like.
She didn't get it.
You were like a dad who was like a caddy at a golf club with socks like that.
Oh yeah, it was the worst. You know what? Mom and dad did a great job of making things work. They're fixers. They're good at what they do. But like, I remember one time she was like, "Do you really like?" She was gonna pay for me to go skiing, and it was mad expensive. And I was just like, "Yo, I don't need to go fucking skiing. I don't even know how to ski."
Lots of Top Ramen too.
Lots of Top Ramen.
Lots of Top Ramen and
Pokemon.
My mom introduced us to Top Ramen, and God, was it great.
Yeah, Top Ramen. A lot of Chef Boyardee. Dad wasn't there for a couple of years because he was here.
Right. Top Ramen was. We were addicted to that shit. It was so good. Yeah, I was the most. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom used to be like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Michael was like the fucking Walter White of Top Ramen. He would like boil like cold spring water.
Danny used to be like, "What are you doing?" I'd be like, "Yo, I'm adding like red peppers." Danny's like, "Whoa." Yeah. I remember I made him like a bowl once, and he was like, "Yo, give me red peppers too." And, like I did like crushed red peppers and like garlic because I started learning how to cook it because it's the easiest thing to make. And like what we were like in 7th grade. I'm like, I could cook
something
ramen.
like that.
And then we used to make these huge fucking bowls because when you're younger, you can eat that shit all the time. And I would do like 2 or 3 packets.
Yeah.
And I always had meal ready for you when you got off the bus.
Yeah, there was food when we got off the bus. For Dragon
Mom
Ball
would always
Z.
have food.
Mom always
ready.
held it down with
food.
food.
And Dragon Ball Z.
And Dragon Ball Z.
And we wake us up early for Pokemon.
Yeah, but
Pokemon
she would always try to make me play drums, like this drum pad that I had. So
Well, no, that was what they gave you. That's what they assigned you in drum class.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't want to fucking play this thing. She was like, you're gonna do it. So I was just like, all right, I'll do it. And then I would sit in a room by myself and just bang this little drum pad. But it wasn't it was literally like a leather pad. There were no drums.
Yeah, and it was a little pad.
Yes, mad little. I was just going.
It didn't teach you anything about drums.
It didn't teach me anything about timing or anything. She was like, "You're gonna do it." I was like, "Okay, I'll do it. That's fine." But I remember, like, Mom would teach us to play. Like, Mom taught me how to play basketball. Dad didn't teach me how to play basketball because he was bad. He's a bad father.
I like how we're making it seem like Dad was just never around.
No, it was just like, well, we're talking about Jersey. He wasn't really there a lot.
Yeah. Well,
You know?
yeah.
It was kind of just Mom, and then sometimes we would have to walk home from the rec center, and it would be brutes. It'd be brutes in the Maytals walking home from that fucking thing.
Yeah, because there was no Uber.
There was
or
no
taxis.
Uber, and it was a safe place to walk.
I don't think there were
was nobody
taxis
outside.
there. Were there?
No, there was no taxis. No taxis. It was crazy. Or a bike, yeah. You
Cruisers.
bought Michael a bike. Someone stole it.
And then he had a kid that used to come for the summer that he used to hang out with, trying to help him to find the
Oh,
bike.
Beaver?
Yeah, and then Beaver.
Oh, Beaver, yeah.
Yeah, we called him Beaver because his teeth were crazy.
Beaver was
So were
nice,
mine,
too.
but his teeth were ridiculous.
Yeah, his name was Ryan.
And we wind up with the police chief, the psych, his kid.
Oh, Matt Sykes.
I remember-
Matt Sykes stole it.
I remember-
This kid, Matt Sykes, stole everything.
I remember Beaver was riding to the beach once, and he was making fun of Jared's car because Jared had like an old shitty car back in the day. And he goes, "Ha ha, where'd you get that car?" And Jared goes, "Ha ha, where'd you get those fucking teeth?"
Yeah, and drove away.
And then I remember Jared drove away super fast, and he was like, "Oh," like touched his teeth at her.
Memory of Jared and Avalon, we came back from Italy. You know, we landed in
Yeah, when he was watching us, yeah, he was like harassing us during that.
Wawa. No lie.
With his hands in his pants, smoking a cigarette.
And here I'm pulling up slowly in the car. I'm like, what is this guy doing?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was smoking a cigarette.
Who would have?
Always-
Yeah, he was just smoking weed, probably
Yeah,
crazy.
and Jared was, and he was in South Jersey, probably not scared of a single soul there.
Nah, just
Missing Elizabeth and
yeah.
the girl at the time. He didn't want to be there. And Kathy, he goes,
Yeah, Jared during that time, it was raining and thundering outside. He crawled up on the roof while we were kids,
We were watching Child's Play.
and we had a big window that you could see on that place, like that weird little window. And it was thundering and like lightning and raining, and he was knocking on the window while we were in there, and he just made this crazy face, and he was scaring the shit out of us. I was like, what is he doing?
The Yankees were in the World Series, and Dad would call like every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
From like Italy, be like, "What's the
Yeah.
score?"
Yep. And we had that
just
little
like-
computer downstairs for the first time that like didn't do anything. It just got AOL like once or twice, and that was it.
Yeah, that was back in the day where you could pick up the phone and ruin someone's online.
Yeah, yeah. You're like, get off the phone.
Get off the phone.
Kick me the fuck off.
Yeah, that's when you started falling in love with computers, I think. It
Yeah,
was
right
that
around then,
computer,
yeah.
You always use that computer, then Uncle Joe's computer.
Yeah, but I fell in love with Dennis.
Loved Uncle Joe's computer.
Dennis Howell's place because his dad, rest in peace, his dad showed me what eBay was when we were in fucking 6th or 7th grade. It was just getting big.
Yeah.
And that's when it was hardcore just bidding. That's it. Just hardcore bidding.
Yeah,
and
that was
auctions.
cool. You could get like cool like artifacts, like games.
Yeah, his dad's like, he got a coin online. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I was like, what the hell?
taxes, you'd have to file paper.
Yeah, that's
No.
when AOL Instant Messenger was blowing up
Yeah.
in the
AIM was
internet
like-
streets.
Everybody knew how to because they have like Tinder and Bumble now, but like AIM was the original dating app.
Yeah.
Like you would just like hit up the girls that you liked on there and talk to them on there.
And
That's what it was.
speaking of being younger, obviously, when we were younger, I mean, this has to relate to what happened just recently, but Jared, because we were talking about Jared babysitting us, but Jared also introduced us to so much fucking music when we were younger too. Back in the day, like
that was
shit to everything.
That's one of the best things about having there's a big age gap there. He's 8 years older than me. What's
Yeah.
he, 6 years older than you?
Yeah,
So like that's 8 years of stuff that you get before everybody else.
Yeah.
So like we had music before, like we knew about the Wu-Tang before people our age knew about the Wu-Tang. We knew about
Bone Thugs.
Bone Thugs, Noriega, CNN, The War Report. Like, we had all that stuff before that. Cameron, before that, like Confessions of Fire, Cameron, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Because Jared would bring home records and he would bring home tapes.
yeah.
The Chronic, like I'd listen to The Chronic when I was like 6 years old.
Yeah, how old was I? My math sucks. In 98, how old am I? In 98, I'm 10, 11 years old.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
9. I was 9.
I think I'm 11, yeah. So, like, 98 is when we were driving in Jared's, like, shitty... What was his first car? Like a Honda?
It was
A
a
Hyundai?
Hyundai.
Like
It
a
was a
red
red-
Hyundai or
It
something?
was a red Hyundai.
And we're driving. We're going to McDonald's, and he just starts playing, like, this album, and it's just like... And we're listening to it, and it's like all the crazy fucking organ piano, like vampiric shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? I was like, this sounds evil as shit, but it sounds crazy. And I remember like even being younger and just being so influenced by it. I'm like, oh my God. And I'll never forget Jared used to play music and freak out in the car while he was playing it first, because he was just so into hip hop. Jared just was so enthusiastic about like what hip hop did for him as a kid. And like, I remember we're in front of like our McDonald's, the old one, because I think 98 we weren't in Nepperhan anymore, were we? No. So 98 we're just chilling and we're in Yonkers and Jared's driving around. And I'm like, oh my God, who is this? And he's like, this is Darkman X, little motherfucker. And he's like, nah. Well, because Jared was in like that mood when he heard, and that was the first.
No, we would come back to.
Yeah, we would come back, and he introduced me for the first time to DMX.
66 Nepperhan Avenue.
And
Jared had a whole sleeve that you would put
of
in your
just
car
cassettes, and he introduced me to DMX, and it just like, and my whole life changed from there. And I was like, I only like killer murder rap now, and like it was just like such a different feeling and the energy that he had. I was like, this guy reminds me of like Tupac almost, like, but he wasn't. He was like a completely different person, a completely different energy and a completely different style. It was like East Coast. Yeah. And he like brought everything back over to the East Coast and like saved East Coast. Like one of the rappers that saved East Coast, because all our rappers were like dying and shit. And then you had like Jay-Z, obviously, who was great too. But like, obviously, again, this past weekend was like super sad because, DMX or Earl Simmons passed away, and he was like such a big part of my family in general, I think. And it's so weird because his music, everyone looks at his music and his life and they think like, what the fuck, like it's so random. But Yonkers, although there were areas where it's the projects, all of Yonkers is proud of being in Yonkers. All of Yonkers talks about being from Yonkers, especially during this time because so many rappers were blowing up. And we felt so good to represent people from the projects that were becoming successful and making money. And again, rap at the time, a lot of parents were definitely like, this is a really bad influence. And that's understandable because it was new. There's a lot of new things coming out. The language is super vulgar. But you realize now as you get older, it's like it was an expression. It was just a way of these young kids to get away from all the bullshit that they were dealing with. And DMX is like a great story of that. Like, you know, somebody who grew up in a children's home from this area because his mom just dropped him the fuck off there one day, and how hard it was for him growing up to find love, and somebody who just wanted love and wanted to give love because he knew how hard it was to deal with somebody just throwing it away. And I think me and Danny wanted to talk about X while we were on here and share a few stories just because of how much he meant to our community, but also wound up being friends with my mother. And my mom didn't listen to his music at all. My mom's here and she became friends with him as well. But it's really, really, really impacted both of a lot of people in our family. Daniel was good friends with him too, and his manager, our cousin Daniel. And like, again, you know, we didn't have dinners with the guy. We didn't know him every day. We didn't see with him. But I think it's important that people look at Earl as something more than just somebody who had a crazy life and did drugs and stuff like that, because it was way beyond that. I never looked at him like that. I always looked at him as like a hero and somebody who taught me how to express myself. Like the way that he was able to express himself was the most beautiful, radiant thing that I had ever seen from somebody. He was just a gutter hood poet and took himself from being that, from like a diamond in the rough, and just became more than a diamond, like the most expensive material, honestly, just his own material, his own mineral. And that's what Earl Simmons was to me. And it was a really, really shitty weekend because I loved his music, and I definitely never knew him full on, but I loved him as a person because he's one of the first people who kind of gave me this feeling where I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to be myself. Like, I don't have to be hood or anything like that either. I can just be myself. That's why I loved him. Like, he never changed for anybody. And then finally, when I got to fucking meet him, I was like, holy shit, this guy doesn't give a fuck about who the fuck he is or who he comes off as to anybody else. So it was a shitty weekend because he's one of my rap heroes, and he's a lot of our rap heroes in my family. And I haven't really talked to Jared either during it. I mean, we did talk, but like not a super big conversation. But Jared has a great story about meeting him and playing pool with him one night too, and telling him thank you for his music. And DMX said to him, he literally said to me, he goes, he was like, I feel like you made your music for me. And I think his response to him was I did. So really thoughtful guy, really, really sweet dude. And I'm glad that I got to meet him once, even if he was fucking hammered out of his mind. But it was really, really very nice to meet him. And I'm very thankful for his music. And I just literally went back to where I stayed on School Street when I wasn't staying at home when I was younger, because I was a little troublemaker when I was young too, and I didn't always want to be at home. I wanted to like either smoke or sell or drink or something like that. And we stayed out there near School Street, and like it's crazy. I feel like a lot of people say a lot of things about people who have problems or grow up economically in a different way or in poverty, and everyone has their opinions about people that grow up somewhere, but humans are humans at the end of the day. And Earl was beyond human. Earl was like Swizz Beatz said earlier, he's like a humanitarian. He really cared about all people and loved all people of different race or anything like that. And I'm sure a lot of people heard his music and thought differently, like, wow, really, this aggressive guy? But he was like a fucking sweetheart. I think he was a dude who was just older, grew up in the 80s, and obviously had different, thoughts about certain things. But this is a guy who was trying to change himself. So, I'm going to let Danny, talk and say his thing too. But we just want to say rest in peace to DMX, because he was a really big influence on how we express ourselves, just as I don't say artists for myself, but just as artists or people online or content. Like, Earl didn't give a fuck about what people thought about him, because he worked for God and God only, and that was his his thing. It was to make people happy. So,
yeah, I mean, I was very big into like album covers. That was like a big thing for me when I was growing up, and I remember seeing him on the cover of It's Dark and Hell is Hot and being like, yo, this guy looks so cool. And I remember when I first heard the album, the first thing you hear is the music, and then you hear that he's from Yonkers, right? So it's like, you live in Yonkers, and this guy lives in Yonkers, in this whole other different area of Yonkers, but it's like you hear, that he's from your town. He's from where you are. So automatically it becomes a hometown hero, right? So it's like, all you do is start listening. I listened to that album maybe 100 times, like in a week. I mean, that album's one of my favorite albums. We just listed our top 5 rappers of all time. He's in my top 5 when we did it a couple of weeks ago before he was even sick. He had nothing growing up, if you really think about it. This guy was never supposed to be as big as he was, and I don't think he knew how big he really was. And he was always such a big influence on me, because he didn't sound like anybody else. He sounded like himself. And I remember when there were still Sam Goodies, and he put out 2 albums in the same year, and I had to go to the store and ask somebody who was older to take me there to buy the album. And my mom eventually took me to buy the album, and he's covered in blood on the cover of the album, and she wasn't really into it at that point. She's like, what am I buying my son here? But after some convincing, I got him to buy the album. Earl, X is obviously like a flawed human, but, who isn't flawed at this point? His life was so difficult growing up, you know what I mean? And to see somebody to come from shit. This guy came from nothing. Garbage. Treated like shit. Told he was shit. Told he was never going to be shit. And did what he had to do to survive. Was it the best thing for the, he had to do what he had to do to survive. And he did. And he thrived. This guy was not supposed to be what he was. You guys got to understand, for the people that are listening that don't understand, in 1998 to like 2000, this dude was the biggest rapper in the world. one of the biggest stars in the world.
And he just made it so cool to be from Yonkers.
He just made it so cool to be
And,
from
like,
Yonkers.
that-
Him, the
and that's-
Locks, everybody made it cool to be from Yonkers. And like, I just remember hearing for the first time, just the aggression in his voice. You could tell how much pain this guy was in through his music, but he was so good at conveying a message to young people.
Yeah, he was very good at being positive.
At being positive when he had to be positive. The thing that a lot of people that don't understand about DMX was a lot of his life, I believe he was afraid. He was in fear for his own life because he had to survive. You know what I'm saying? Irv Gotti said when he went to foster care, they drove him up over there and they said, "You like this place?" And he said, "Yeah, it's all right." And they left him there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this kid was in and out of jail his whole life, was never supposed to be as big as he was. He's a cultural icon. And he's one of the best artists that's ever lived. And if it wasn't for him, I would not love hip-hop the way that I love hip-hop music. I owe that to him.
Yeah, and
we
we just grew up on him. He was like the same way I'm sure a lot of people cried when, like, you know, John Lennon or something back in the day. Like, this is just what we grew up on. This was like
he was a fucking rock star.
This was just like our way. This was just like our hero growing up, and you know, he was just a way to express yourself. Like, I think when you're younger, you don't know why you're expressing yourself. You don't know why you like the anger so much. But I think even when you're younger, you start feeling a lot of expressions. You start asking yourself why to a lot of things, and like angry music is really kind of the best way to express yourself sometimes. And there were moments. There's a lot of sweet music that he's written too that was from the heart. That was nice too. That people don't really like, you know, mention. But you know, he had a project life, and he fucking lived a project life, and then he took himself from nothing to something that was amazing. And like we've always been intrigued by that because my family was by no means ever super poverty stricken, but we were not rich growing up at all. My parents worked hard to keep 5 kids, you know, going and stuff like that. And again, we lived in nice areas our whole life, but by the skin of our fucking teeth, we were not rich at all by any means. And growing up in a small area, you see a lot of people blowing up from the city or somewhere else. And again, Earl, I just remember being like, you know, him and those guys. I was like, you know, one day I'm going to be as popular as those dudes. And maybe I never will be as popular as those guys, but I'm going to always, you know, rep where I'm from too. And obviously shout out to Yonkers, Hastings, and Westchester County. And another thing I want to say too is it's never cool to make fun of someone's mental health or addiction either. And I'm not saying that people were making fun of it, but like people were bringing it up like that was the only thing that made Earl, and that wasn't. The only reason you even know about that is because he was man enough to tell you about it and to share it in his music. And that's the part that I got from him, is he was expressing himself to share things with people, and he didn't have to, you know. And yeah, he made money and shit from a lot of his music, but also he didn't give a fuck about any of that. There's videos of him mopping floors. There's videos of him cooking pancakes behind waffles behind Waffle House places and shit like that. Like Earl was a people person. He was beyond being rich. And I think before a lot of you guys start praising all your fucking phony fucking icons and people that you fucking like listening to their music and they don't do a fucking thing for their community, you start judging people's mental health and shit. And I don't mean to get super, you know, political or anything, and I apologize, but it's not fucking cool, man. A lot of people suffer with addiction. A lot of people suffer with mental health. So ease the fuck up. And I just want to say thank you to DMX for his music. I don't really get like this for a lot of celebrities. I don't really honestly care a lot of the time, but this one hurt, especially because it was close to home. Again, thank you to DMX for just shedding your light on the world, and thank you for just trying to survive for as long as you did. And God bless his family and his real close friends. And God bless anybody who really loved Earl's music and felt the same way that I did because of authenticity. So,
and you know, just to piggyback off what you're saying, he made me feel like I could make it, like I could be somebody from like this town. You know, all the big rappers were from like Brooklyn, Queens, you know, Staten Island, you know what I mean? And then like we're over here in Westchester, like from the Bronx and stuff, other rappers and stuff. And he just kind of made me feel like I could be something bigger than whatever it is I got to be. And I listened to his music when I was going through hard times. You know, Slippin's one of my favorite records of all time, especially when I felt like I wasn't being understood as a kid. I could listen to his music, and I could use that music as an escape to try and help convey a message to myself. The one thing I also want to say about DMX was wherever he went, he took over whatever room he was in. He commanded the energy from the room, and that's the type of person that he was. He had a magnetic personality from the times that I was around him. I think that in time, it just makes me happy to see how much people are showing love to him, and he's not one of those guys that passed away and people brushed under the rug. You know what I mean? People have to understand what this guy meant to a lot of people, and people are understanding it. This guy was one of the greatest entertainers of all time.
Yeah.
He was one of the greatest rappers of all time.
Record-breaking, too.
Record-breaking artist. And he was from Yonkers. He was from our town at the time. And there's a lot of things that I look back on, and a lot of things that, you know, even little things, getting up for football games, his music would be there. If I was in a bad mood, his music would be there. If I just wanted to chill, his music would be there. If I wanted to get hyped up to fucking just go out and party, I could listen to X. I could do all that stuff.
I lost friends. I would always listen to his music too, because we either listened to it together or the song or the topic was literally about losing a friend.
And that's the thing. It's like there were a lot of layers to him. He had a lot of things that he dealt with, but you know what I mean. For him to even survive the upbringing that he had was already a miraculous feat, and he was able to go on and be one of the biggest and best. When I heard the news, I just couldn't stop crying. I just started crying, and my girlfriend, you know, she knows how much DMX meant to me. She rubbed my back and stuff while I cried about it, but I just needed that moment to understand. But I know that he's in a better place, and in time, you know, he struggled a lot with life, and you know, God's gonna take all of us at one point, and I'm just happy that I was able to share his presence. You know, I got to hang out with him. It was one of the best nights of my life. I got to rap with him. I got to freestyle with him, which was awesome. You know, I got to see him recite his lyrics. He pulled a car around in the back and put his new music on, and he did like a live performance for us in the back of the Roadhouse over here in Hastings. I don't know if I'll ever really get over this, because I'll be honest with you, I've never really cried over a celebrity. The only other I have two celebrities. I've had two celebrities who, when James Gandolfini died, I cried. I loved James Gandolfini. I love that show. And then he was like my acting hero, James Gandolfini, right? Because The Sopranos was like such a big part of my life. And then when he passed away, that was like, he was like my dad. It felt like my dad. I watched him so much. And then, like my favorite rapper, it's hard to explain. It's like, it's weird that you have connections with these people who are famous, but X was different. He was just a different type of human being, man. And even when I met him, the first thing he said, I said, "What's up, man? How you doing?" He goes, "I'm good." He said, "What are you drinking?" He bought me drinks. He was like, "You want a cigarette?" I said, "Yeah, sure. I'm not going to pass up time to smoke a cigarette with DMX." And we just talked about life, dude. He looked at my Vines. Pat, who I still talk to this day, showed him my Vines and shit. He was laughing at my Vines. You know, he was just there to have a good time. And in this life, I know that for all the bad stuff that he went through, I know he had a lot of good times in his life. And, you know, drug addiction does not discriminate. If you're white, black, Asian, it doesn't matter. It's a serious topic, and I hope that his legacy is remembered for the good things that he's done. He's not a perfect human being. None of our heroes are. None of us are. And I just want people to understand that the impact that he had on me as a person will stay with me forever. I love that man. I love that man. And I even told him to his face that I loved him. And even in that moment when I told him that I loved him, it was weird. I didn't mean to say it.
Yeah.
But I said it.
Yeah. But that's what real music does to people.
That's what real music does. And
I'm sure a lot of you guys watch us and feel it's easier to know us when you guys watch a lot of our stupid shit. Like you're like, I feel like I could chill with them, and that's just how humans are. But that's the power of like art or someone creating something.
He
sure
was
you
just
guys
the
feel that way
illest.
about.
He was just the illest. Everything that he did on any track, he either go last or the first. If it was ATF and he's yelling boom, 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 open the door. If he's running in there, it's just, the last verse on Money, Power, Respect, and sitting up in the trunk, starting to rot. Every one of those songs. Stop Being Greedy, To Get At Me, Dog, to ATF, to Let Me Fly, Look Through My Eyes. This guy was bigger than a rapper. He was prophetic with the things that he said. There's a reason why he gets the respect that he does, because he was that talented, and they'll never make another person like that. That's the thing. There'll never be another DMX. How there was never be another Tupac, there will never be another DMX.
Yeah, he's like impossible. He's like a Halley's Comet in the rap industry.
Just be thankful that you live in a time where you can go and hear all of his music now, and I encourage you to go and listen to all of his music now.
Especially if you're somebody struggling.
And at this
because
point,
he made it okay to share pain, you know what I mean?
And
it's everywhere.
Where he worked in an industry where it was all glitz and glamour about chains and my life is fine and my life is good. He wrote music for people in the struggle, people that were fucked up.
Yeah, it really wasn't just about being...
It wasn't about that.
It wasn't really just about being in the hood either. When I listened to it, it's just really about anybody who can relate to any sort of like how your brain is just putting you through shit sometimes, and you got this monkey on your back that you can't ever really take off, or any of these demons that you can't ever shake off. Like, a lot of people suffer with demons. A lot of people wake up every day and they don't ask to deal with the demons that they're dealing with. This isn't like something to be glamorous about. This is like, he just made it okay to be like, I'm fucked up. You know what I mean? And that's not what all the music was, but he wasn't afraid to share those moments of being like, I'm fucked up. And
rappers didn't show vulnerability. They were just like these.
Yeah, everything's like hoes
and bitches and
it's all, which is fun. Which is fun.
And X had songs like that too. But you didn't hear other rappers really doing that were at the top of the top.
And other rappers judged him for it. And other rappers judged him for it and said no one likes that depressing shit. Meanwhile, he wound up selling more than top rappers at the time. And broke a lot of records for somebody that authenticity is one of the most important things you can have, I think, when being an artist. And again, not a perfect human, didn't have all the right fucking ideals, but who does? But at the same time, if you met this guy, you would know that he was a radiant beacon. And just really, really sweet guy, man. Like,
and I know a lot
showed everyone love. Didn't matter what race you were or any of that shit. It's fucking cool guy. If you showed him love, he gave you love back. That's all it was. A dog's love. So,
yeah. And he's the reason why I love dogs. He's one of the reasons why I love dogs. He's one of the reasons, why I love hip hop the way that I do. And the thing is a lot of times in his music, he would say that I'm not, I wasn't shit. You know what I mean? Like this. And if I could say one thing to him now, I just want him to know that he's a legend. He was a living legend already. And in this passing, it just solidifies that we lost one of the greatest artists of all genres ever. He was a rock star. And he was not just a rock star. He was a father. He was a preacher. You know, he was an addict. He was so many things that encompass the struggles that we go through as human beings. And to see somebody's life play out in front of you is sad.
Beautiful, too, though.
But beautiful at the same time. This man had music that was so sad. There were some, if you hear the stories that this guy had to go through as a kid, it's so sad. But it was beautiful to see that this guy came from nothing, the gutter, and made an impact on the world that until I'm dead, I'm never going to forget him. And when I have kids, they'll hear about DMX. and the only thing that I could say that I'm happy about him passing away is that I get to see the reception of how many people loved him. Mm-hmm. And I think that was something that he struggled with. So seeing that there's so many people's lives that he impacted, especially mine, I'll never forget that man. I owe a debt to that man for making me love the music the way that I do. And there's another reason too. He's made me love God more than any other artist ever. There would be times where I would listen to him and he would talk to me. He prayed with me once. I'm telling you, this guy cared about people. He loved people. And when he talked to you, he looked you in your face. He thanked you for enjoying his music, and he enjoyed having fun. That's what he liked to do from the times that I hear the stories, the testimonies that people are saying about him. People love this man, and I'm just happy, and I thank God that people are showing the love that this man deserved, and he deserves, because he is the greatest fucking rapper that I've ever seen do his thing live. He was a anomaly, and I'm so proud to know that I've shook his hand and I've gotten to hang out with him, and no one can ever take that away from me. And I just want to wish nothing but love to his family, to his children, to his ex-wife, his current fiance. I want to send love out to Pat, who I still talk to. Spoke to him a couple days ago. Hold your head up. Listen, we love you. We love the dog. If it wasn't for the dog, I promise you I would not be as good at rapping as I am or love rap as much as I am because of that man. That man has been, I wanted to be like him. I wore pants like him. I wore Timberlands like him. I wore bandanas like him. I wanted to shave my head like him. My mom would not let me, but I wanted to shave my head like DMX. This is the things that I wanted to do. I wanted to wear a dog collar like DMX, the choke collar that he would wear. This man was an idol to me at one point. So I just want to know, I just want to say that I know that he was in pain and he is in a better place now. And as much as he spent time talking to God, now he gets to talk to God. Now he gets to be in God's graces. He gets to be with him now. Every day he gets to live there. He gets to be there. And he was a believer in God, and he loved God, and I know that God loves him. And then God took him home, and I'm sure they're talking. He's with his grandma now. He's with Boomer now, his old dog, and he's doing good. And people are gonna be like, "Oh my God!" Like, you guys talked about DMX for 43 minutes. I could talk about DMX for 24 hours. That's how much. That's how big of an impact this man had on me. And I know there's people all around the world. I love this man. I did. And I only knew him through a mutual friend, and then I met him once, and look at the impact that he had on me from one time. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget the moment. I'm so happy that I got to have that moment with him. I'll take that to my grave. And I just want to thank him so much for just continuing to be an inspiration to me, and even through his hard times, to see him come back, it was very special. And I love DMX. I'm gonna love DMX forever, and I hope he rests in peace, and he's with God now, and that's it. That's it. Yeah, let's get into the patrons. We're gonna play a different outro today. We're gonna play a different outro today while we read these. We're gonna play one of DMX's beats while we read these names. Bethany Sykes, Claudia, Estella Escobar, Jessica Kuntz, Tito Melendez. My name's actually Jeff. Allison Metta, Annie Alhamad, AnthonyMovado, Brianna Fedz, Brittany, Sienna Young, Debbie Rubble, Jacqueline Himberger, Joseph Arsenault, Julie Leone, Kainaan, Kevin Silva, Melanie, Nicole Deraleau, I always get that wrong, Nicholas Nilsson, Nudes to My Dad, Spencer Perdue, The Real Pachu, Tim, Turbo Chubs, Paige Gilham, Autofire, Carmen Julia, Louis Dreyfus Fisher, Aaron, Ashley, I know it's Italian, Sparacino, Brianna Palumbo, Chelsea Rannells, Colin Anderson, Corbin, Dean Rowdy, Derek Frazell, Donald Brown, Hayden Hoskins, Jade Hubel, Jess, Jodie Ordanza, John Kaminskis, Kaylee Novicki, Linda from Accounting, Liz Anamani, Matthias Bartholomew III, Knowing Glace, LOL, Olivia Zepeda Newton-John, Sheila Viejo, Trevor Joyner, and Vanessa Pineda. Thank you so much to our patrons. You can go to patreon.com and sign up and come hang out with us. And we love you guys. Thank you guys for watching this episode.
Thank you, everyone. We love you guys. Thanks for dealing with us crying like,
we love you. Thank
like
you,
big
Mom.
babies. Thanks, our
Thank you, Mom.
Mom, bye.
for
Thanks for
coming
being out here on the
through.
set.
Thank you, Mom, for
and
coming
chilling.
through. DMX,
Love you.
DMX forever.
We love you guys. Thank you guys for holding us down. Thank you, everyone. Always supporting the stream. And we'll promise we'll try to cry less.
We'll try to cry less. And this one, this episode is in the memory of the dog. So
yes.
Rest in peace.
Love you guys. Love you, X. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Earl. We love you guys. Thank you so much.
Deuces.
Peace.